Let us go live. So today we are back to Legacy. I have a tournament on Sunday, I think. Let me double check that one. I'm pretty sure it's on Sunday. It's this like not qualifier, but it's this like preliminary tournament to the big 40 duels tournament happening in St. Louis next weekend, and the winner gets a bye to the following tournament, as well as like normal tournament payout prizes. So that's happening on Sunday, so I want to get in some more Legacy reps before I do that, with a couple of the new advances in, I don't know, my plan against Grixis, I guess? I don't know what the word might be, but Grixis, I think, needed like a kind of an overhaul in terms of reevaluating where I wanted to be in the matchup. So I made a couple changes. I cut a Mirren Crusader, which is kind of counterintuitive. It's a possibility that I needed to cut something else, like get the Walking Ballista out of the main, maybe, to play this and keep playing 3 Crusaders, but we're trying a Hallowed Spirit Keeper in the main, which is like a little bit loose, but Mirren Crusader also hasn't been horribly impressive in this meta, except for specifically the Grixis matchup. So replacing like a Grixis tech card for a much better Grixis tech card might be like actual viable option. It might suck, and it might like also need to be a sideboard card at some point, but we're gonna try and figure that out. It does have much more applicability than something stupid like Crusading Knight or Paladin Invec against like Death Shadow or even like some of the Delver decks. It's kind of a True Nemesis-esque card in terms of like they can block it, but they're probably going to die if they do, like if they block and kill it. What's up, you Henny? Other than that, in the sideboard, I cut the Ethersworn Canonist, and I added a Crusading Knight because I hate myself, and really, Mike, I think going forward, at least for now, my battle plan against Grixis is like you need tutorable hate cards in this matchup, and like I can't find a lot of cards out there that are like huge bombs against Grixis besides like Paladin Envec, which is just like slow, Hallowed Spirit Keeper, which is an option, and like Crusading Knight. And I just think that especially with the third recruiter in the sideboard builds, it's just a lot more consistent than just like relying on drawing your Cataclysm and then not getting it hymned or K-commanded away before you get there and finding a good position to set it up. It's just a lot to ask for. So let me make sure Stream Decker, not Stream Decker, Cardboard Live is working. Yep, Crusading Knight, Hallowed Spirit Keeper, both in the deck. Cool. Cardboard Live seems to be good. Gotta catch the Friday stream once upside having flag. Oof. That sucks. Hello, cat. Anyway. Yeah, a bunch of people around my office have been actually getting sick. I'm hoping to dodge it, but we'll find out. All right, I haven't joined this league either because they reset a couple days ago. I joined the modern one, but enjoy all these people's reigns while they last. Apparently, Landon hasn't been online yet since the new leagues have dropped. Oh wow, yeah, that's pretty harsh if your pharmacies are running or like being short on antibiotics. Oh, that was fast. Hello, do you want to see the stream? Would like to play first. eBay coupons. Yeah, I saw a couple posts about that. Did you buy something that you may not possibly shouldn't have? Since hand's like a little bit loose again. I hate these land light hands without Vial, but it's definitely keepable. We have like 2 lands and very good spells, and we're on the play. It's hard to pass up casting Thalia on turn 2 on the play. But this deck is really good at just never hitting a 3rd land drop and dying. Ooh, oh, perfect. I might want to play this. Plays around Days. Hang on, this cast chewing on something it shouldn't. Might want to play that Vial player on Days. Enjoy your stay in the Legacy format all the time. Yeah, there's no reason like not. My opponent just like shock passed. I guess this could be like I could get Spell Pierced, which would be kind of obnoxious. Because that's that's a card they could have in the main deck. But there we go. So sad the Spirit Keeper can't be foiled. Take my money in recompense for a mutual loss. That's definitely true. I'm really bummed that card can't be foiled. Just on Budget Storm. Shock Pass on Budget Storm. Strong plays. Would have been nice if I had like a Wasteland there. Could have Wasteland plus filed. Alright, opponent's cantripping. They shuffled on the Ponder. We drew land number 3 as well. We have a lot of good stuff going on here. I think I just want to play a 2-drop. I think I just want to cast Thalia. I can continue to play around Daze pretty safely now, too. And we have another 2 to Violin, so it's not going to be, like, super inefficient for our mana. We can cast 3s next turn if we really need to. Our 3s aren't super good here anyway, unless I wanted to, like, recruit for a Mother of Runes right now. So I think I just want to keep playing around Daze. What's up, Static? We're doing pretty well. Just started our league. Force of Will. Alright. Force Pitching Days. Cool. That's fine. We have a lot of good cards in the Shadow matchup in our hand, so... If we just, like, hit land for Palace Jailer on their threat, then I think this game's over. Unless they're on the one with, like, the main deck Liliana the Last Hopes, which would be a bit more annoying to beat. Yeah. Still definitely beatable. We have multiple 2-toughness creatures in our hand. We have Recruiter, we can go recruit Revoker. Prelate. I could Prelate on 1 here. Violin Stoneforge. Prelate on 1's not bad. My opponent hasn't played a threat yet. They could have an Angler. Or they can't cast a Death Shadow yet. If they found like Fetch Shock, they can. Could also like get my whatever spell I cast Dazed, but I think Prelate's probably actually pretty decent here. We have like no plows. We have an answer to a singular threat in this Palace Jailer too. I'm not super worried about this Lily yet. I could like recruit Revoker and revoke this, but I don't think I need to yet. And Violin the Stoneforge. If we hit a land too, we can like get a sword online or something. I might just grab Batterskull though, depending on what happens this turn. Oh, they did find Fetch. But even if they fetch Shock, the thing's a 1-1. This looks like a Gurmag that they're just paying full price for because they can't cast anything else in their hand. Yeah, I don't really care about that. Might have to take this Vial up to 4. My opponent just like, nah, oh, there we go. They almost forgot to activate their Lily. I think I just want to grab Batterskull here, honestly. Oh, we drew land here, that's great. We can just Jailer this Angler. And then we can actually just Wisp the Liliana the Last Hope, so it comes back in on 3 loyalty and just dies. Game's just over immediately. We could even like flicker. I mean, we could like tutor up another flicker a Jailer, kill another thing. Well, you know what they say. Jailer ends games. Jailer definitely ends game. Well, this is a Crusading Knight matchup. One of the... probably two. Yeah, when Jailer is good, it's good. When Jailer is bad, it's the worst card in your deck. The old Path to Exile Chalice of the Void plan. I forget what I cut in this matchup. I haven't played against it in a hot minute. It's like cut the ones, right? I'm like less tempted to cut these recruiters because we have these like insane 4-drops to tutor for. Hallowed Spirit Keeper seems decent in this matchup if you don't get Dread of Knighted. It's embarrassing if you do though. Maybe this is bad. Really bad against Dread of Night. Really good against not Dread of Night. Not actually sure. It's like still attacks and blocks. It's better than like Thalias and Moms though. I don't know what it does. Crusading Knight is 4-drop 2/2 pro black. You get +1/+1 for each swamp your opponents control. There you go, you henny. Sturge, I'm not gonna be. I don't know if that's like just letters or that's like something I'm supposed to pronounce, but thank you for the host. Sturgerv? STRGRV? Thanks for the host. I appreciate it. Welcome, welcome. Oh yeah, Wisps. This seems like okay, because it doesn't just die. At least it's a 2/1 with the Dread of Night in play. Yes, we can get in foil. Actually, I just got one in the mail in foil, which is amazing. Although if I'm keeping 2 recruiters, do I want a 3rd recruiter? Get out of like 1. Recruiter is really slow. Seems okay. Unfortunately, we can't get Hallowed Spirit Keeper in foil, which makes me not want to put it in the deck. See, that seems pretty gas. Got a lot of good stuff in this hand. Does it look sexy? I don't know. I'll go get it after this match if you guys remind me. How much was it? It was like $4 or $5 or something. It's like nothing. Thought sees me. Oh wow. No Thoughtseize. I could daze this, but yeah. Really gunning for that Death Shadow. Cut all of them off. Oh yeah, with the Chalice plan, yeah, that's probably reasonable. We're already like super anti-synergistic with Chalice anyway, but I can buy that. I do actually like Chalice in this matchup. Because Chalice is like way better than Sanctum probably, because it also turns off almost all their threats. I'm glad the stream title... Did I not change... No, I did change the stream title. Wait, why wouldn't it let me? Fuck. Oh no, we're good. Thanks for reminding me though. I think I didn't put anything in, like I had typed Legacy D&T League, but I was gonna like put something afterwards, and I just forgot, and then I didn't hit okay, I guess. But yes, thank you, Lasco. My opponent didn't have days last turn. They probably won't have days this turn. And if they do have days, they're not dazing our Council Judgment, because I feel like they have like a Liliana. Well, if they have Liliana, though, I don't want to just play a 1/1 Ballista. It just like dies. I think I can just pass. With them having 2 mana open and doing nothing, they could just like kill it, untap, or they could just, yeah, just do nothing, deal. Their hand just full of removal spells. Alright, we got a Revoker now. Yeah, Whisper Council's Judgment to deal with the Liliana. I still don't even know if I guess I could cast the... Or no, I don't even cast the Revoker. I have a Vial. Now we'll play the Ballista on 1, though. Because if my opponent, like, actually goes 3rd land Liliana, I don't even know if I want to ping them. They're, like, trying to take... we have so many answers to Death Shadow. We'll ping them. Because we do need to get them dead eventually. If my opponent goes 3rd land Liliana, we actually just Vial and Revoker and then murder it, so... This is probably fine. What the heck are all these counters? These look so weird on Moto. Some of them look a little bit, like, unintuitive, but they do look cool. I don't like the targeting. It looks very funky. Dark Blast. That's a rude card. Oh, rip all these X ones. Paint your face. Worst thing in the world is having your mom reanimated. I mean, kind of. It's definitely beatable. Also, like, do they even have reanimates? Oh, apparently they do. Milling it. Hey, stop that. Stop chewing on that book. Get out of here, punk. Well, we can't play a Phyrexian Rogue because all our stuff dies, so... What are you doing, you little punk? Oh. I almost want to leave this Vial on 2. I feel like my opponent just is missing land number 3 for their Liliana the Last Hope. But I don't kill it anyway, because it stays on 3 now, and I don't have like another creature in play. Whereas I could like Flicker Wisp it to kill it. My cat is a punk. I'm gonna take this up. Oh, nice, more removal. Alright, well, we're playing this game then. If they tap out for Lily, we just like Violent Wisp for no value to just get it off the table. And just save our Council's Judgment. I think the standstill here favors us pretty heavily. Meh. Might as well. The issue is that we do have to deal with this, we do have to deal with this stupid Dark Blast. Him me. Oof. That's all mean. We deal with this this Dark Blast because it can kill almost all of our creatures, because it just can deal 2 if they cast it on their upkeep. Do I want to Flicker Wisp, or do I just want to insulate my hand from him? I think I just want to insulate my hand from him. My Flicker Wisp is just going to die. Oh, goodbye, Flicker Wisp and a Plow, sure. Stop being such a punk, cat. Just stay still. Jeez. We just need to draw, like, Mirren Crusader or that other guy. Crusading Knight. The crusading things. Nice. Alright, well, my opponent's, like, never going to ever be able to actually, like, have a threat, so it's good as long as we don't get, like, hemmed out of this game. Oh, there we go. I feel like this is going to be, like, Windmill Slam Liliana the Last Hope if they've been sitting here so long on 2 lands. Yeah, alright. Whatever. Always yield to these stupid things. I don't feel like I want to play this Chalice. Doesn't seem particularly strong here. Well, I could actually take the Dark Blast out of the equation, but it's really bad for us if we Chalice on one and then they Gurmag me. We're gonna save it until like they cast a Gurmag Angler or something. It can turn off the Dark Blast, which is super important, but why are you such a little punk? What do you want? Stop being such a pest. Why are you like this? Why are you like this? Why? Oh, nice, the perfect draw. Well, we have 7 cards, so we can just keep passing. She just wants attention, is what she wants. Here, you want some Death Shadow? Yeah, sure. Resolves. Yeah, you got it. You got it, buddy. Which removal spell should I kill this with? I think the plows are better at, like, actually killing stuff in the future. I can also just, like, let it hang around for a little bit. What are you doing? Get off of me. Get away. Huh. I think I'm just gonna, like, hang out. If I draw nothing castable, I'm gonna path it, but... meh. We can almost just cast this Battle Skull. This Battle Skull is gonna be a good way to win this game. We don't want to get it countered, but that's life. It's not like we can not get it countered. Sure. I do kind of agree, Darkview, because we have like a Council Judgment for our Gurmag too, and it just shuts off so much of their deck. Might have been right to just play the Chalice. There. I wonder if they're not gonna fetch there. Yeah, I'm just gonna kill this. I wonder if they have basics. Nope. Cool. I was gonna say okay, but then the 3 damage is much more relevant than the 1 damage. Death Shadow, alright. Most people still aren't playing basics. Yeah, that was my thought, at least. I still got 7. I'll keep passing. The more plows I can get out of my hand before I Chalice, probably the better. Maybe I'm supposed to like plow plus Chalice there now, so I can like try to set this Batter Skull. Because my opponent is like getting off a bunch of 1-mana spells in the interim here. Like if my opponent goes to Lily and my Judgment gets forced, kind of a bad spot. But I'd much rather kill like a Gurmag here. This looks like a Gurmag. Which is great for me because I don't think they play 4 Graves, right? Oh, this is a Reanimate my Wisp? That's less than great for me. But fine, I guess. What are they gonna Wisp my Vial? Resolves, I guess. Haha. What if I just had a Flicker Wisp here? Just like punish them super hard for that? Plow Wisp and kill Shadow. That doesn't work. Because they lose 3 life for reanimating the Wisp, and also they have this fetch land. I'm gonna plow the Shadow, though. Cast the Shadow! Dang it. Alright, now might be Chalice time. I'm gonna plow this Delver. We draw like another Flicker. I guess we only have 1 other Flicker Wisp in our deck, but... maybe I wasn't supposed to say yes to that. I might want 2s more than I want access to a 3 that I draw. Yeah, definitely. But now I can Chalice plus Stoneforge, so it's not a huge deal. This could bait a Force, too, or not. I want to play into the Days. They have 5 cards named. They've cantripped a lot. I'm under no real duress here. Well, I kind of actually... fuck it. Cat, go! Why? Sword, GT, get Batter Skull. Think I want. Cat, will you stop it? Sword's better at protecting things against Dark Blast in the future. Sword's better against like Delver or worse against Angler. Angler's kind of scary. And Sword's pretty bad against Angler. We'll grab GT. This turn would have been much easier for me if I didn't take the Vial up to 3. Yeah, looks like they don't have any more. Cat, stop being a pest. Don't make me lock you out. Yep. If we ever draw the second Flicker Wisp, then they just, like, lose the game on the spot. So Liliana. Gurmag, yep. That's why we have Council's Judgment. Cool, second Chalice. I wanted to draw a land here so I could just, like, Batterskull. Maybe I'm supposed to, like, take 8 here, just to put in Batterskull? Nah. Gurmag Angle was the only scary card in my opponent's deck. That's all their mana producing lands. Quick cast Cataclysm. Cataclysm plus Chalice on one on all their lands is a pretty strong play. Now we're insulated against, like, most things. We just, like, start pooping out Revokers. I hope they cast a Liliana the Last Hope. Diabolic Edict. I'd much less inclined to have this Phyrexian Revoker. Name Abandon Hope. Crusading Knight is a 7/7. That is correct. Snuff out my guy, sure. Like, we have another guy. We can almost cast this Batterskull at this point. Unless they have a I mean, I can't even Death Shadow here. Nice. Hopefully they don't have days. Alright, this should be game. Unless they have Answer to Chalice plus Death Shadow. Liliana the Last Hope. Come on, come on. Angler? Man. Oh, Dismember. Sure. I'm just hoping that I don't have any more creatures or something. Alright, we actually get to name a relevant card this time. Could name Street Wraith, but I think they're just casting Street Wraith, so they're just conceding. Cool. I'm just gonna equip the Batterskull and just, like, win the game on the spot. Hello. There we go. Yep. Revoker end of turn, name Liliana Last Hope, equip Batterskull, smash, game. Alright, that was pretty good. Yeah, I don't think that sort of game favors Death Shadow very much against Death and Taxes. Like, our draws are just so much better. The Dark Blast was actually, like, kind of pretty annoying, though. Without Chalice, that game might have swung a definitely a different direction. There's also a chance that I, like, waited too long on that Chalice, even with a bunch of removal spells in my hand. Because I plowed, like, 3 1-drops, right? I pathed the Death Shadow, plowed a Death Shadow, and, like, plowed a Delver. Alright. Where's blue-black Death Shadow? I think my cat has finally calmed down. We never even drew our dumb pro-black stuff. We're 2 Massacre sideboard now. Yeah, I imagine Dark Blast is kind of hedging for, like, the other X1 matchups that don't have planes. Like, it's probably insane against stuff like Elves and Steel Stompy, stuff like that. I mean, Steel Stompy has Chalices, but against, like, other decks that have a bunch of X1s like that. What's your cat's name? My cat's name is Dog. It's a long story. This hand's okay. Probably not supposed to, like, F6 on the draw like this, but I'm lazy. F2ing is too much work. Oh man, Elves. Oh, thank God, not Elves. Oh, sweet. A really good draw. I'm ashamed if you want to hear this story. I mean, I guess it's not a story so much as, like, an explanation. That, like, the name makes sense if you, like, sit down and explain it for a long time. I feel like you get rock, paper, scissors a lot. I feel stop it, cat. I'm trying to read a comment. Shadow's so good, but Grixis controller elves seems so bad. I don't feel super rock, paper, scissors E. There are obviously, like, really bad matchups for Death and Taxes, like elves and Belcher and stuff, but those are, like, small enough percentages of the meta that I definitely don't feel out of most games. Yeah, probably Maverick. And, like, Grixis is definitely a challenging matchup, but I usually don't feel like, oh, I'm playing against Grixis, I'm never going to win. It's like, okay, Grixis, it's going to be a struggle, but, like, I can win this. Like, you can definitely maneuver your way to win Grixis matchups. My win percentage against Grixis is, around 50%, I think. I mean, after, like, testing against, like, a reasonable pilot, it was definitely below 50%, but it's definitely more winnable than something like Elves. Where's Grixis control on this list? Grixis control. I'm 5-3 against Grixis in my league testing. Anyway, I guess I'll explain why my dog is named Cat, or my cat is named Dog now. My other cat is named Cat, so if that makes you even more concerned. I think I'm gonna play the Port here against my opponent's Wasteland deck. I'd rather, like, conserve the double white for, like, casting stuff in the future. People playing it late. I mean, I guess so. They should feel bad if I've crushed, like, 5 out of 8 of them. I even won one of the matches in 2, I think. I'd have to go look at the data again. My opponent's on Mav, so we're just gonna, like, Stoneforge for GT. Anyway, back to my cat. My cat is named Dog because if any of you are familiar with the works of Neil Gaiman, I don't know how to pronounce it. He wrote a book called Good Omens, and in that book, he follows the antics of the child Antichrist, but he's, like, swapped at birth, so he's, like, raised by a normal family, and he doesn't know he's the Antichrist. And there's a hellhound that, like, eventually rises up, and it's supposed to be given a name, and its name becomes its job. Like, it's supposed to be named, like, Destroyer of Worlds or something. But the kid's just a kid, he doesn't know the Antichrist, so he just names the dog Dog, and so the Hellhound just becomes a dog. And, so that's why there's, like, the double effect of, this is a Sphinx cat, so it, like, looks like a demon, so it works on that level, and then also, we named it, Sphinx's temperaments are very dog-like, so why she loves getting petted and, like, she loves cuddling and stuff like that. So by naming it Dog, you know, you assign it the role of dog instead of a cat, or instead of, like, a demon hellhound, like in the book. Deal. So that's the story. I feel like this Howled Spirit Keeper is significantly worse than Mirren Crusader in this matchup, but we have a Crusader already, so we're okay in that respect. And we have this Mom, which is really nice, because my opponent doesn't have Plow. If my opponent has another Wasteland, we could start being in trouble. That was probably our worst draw. Spirit Keeper. Yeah, Spirit Keeper's like way worse. Much better against the Bolt decks, though, notably. Crusader's pretty bad against Lightning Bolt. There's a chance I'm supposed to, like, violin this Thalia right now. Or, like, I was supposed to. It's too late now, but just, like, make my opponent's Green Suns harder. But it doesn't matter. Knight is a bit of an issue, especially if my opponent has Maze in their deck. Or, like, Wasteland would still be even annoying here. GTA is probably good here. Yeah, if they don't have Maze, opponent can't attack. Please do, though. Come on, hit me, hit me! Dang it. Opponent could have, like, attacked first if they want to, like, bluff something, but after they tapped out, there's 100% chance I was not. There's also a chance I'm not supposed to actually put in a Thalia here, so I can, like, actually plow a Knight if I draw one. But I also like equipping the GTA to the Thalia, so I'm gonna do that. Give a turn before they can Maze. Well, like, one turn, I can get some counters on it, the sacrifice of this Thalia. Then we have, like, Crusader online. Why do I always draw Thalias in 3s? I don't understand. So am I just, like, chucking this Thalia off a cliff? Into this knight? I could, like, pro-white it, but then that seems, like, really dangerous. I might just want the GT counters for the future. Makes my Mirror Crusader much better against their Thalia. I'm not doing anything else with my mana this turn. We have 2 other Thalias in our hand. I kind of just like throwing this Thalia off of a cliff. We could get just, like, Wastelanded here and get absolutely wrecked, though. That would be really bad if my opponent, like, Knights for Wasteland. That would be very bad. Oh, yeah, we can just kill their mana, duh. Yeah, I didn't even... I'm blind. They have, like, a bunch of garbage mana dorks. Fucking deal. If they want to, like, play the Wasteland game, then... Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna, like, ping off their dorks here. That's probably, like, objectively correct. Maybe not objectively, because there's a chance I want to play around block. No block? What? What do I have to punish this block? Is there something I could have on Violon 3 to punish this? I mean, deal. I'd much rather keep this Thalia around, at least. Oh god. There's so many more text boxes now. I mean, they could still Cradle and have a pretty huge turn. Yeah, Green Sun Zenith's off the table pretty hard. Birds, sure. It doesn't help them. Oh, yeah, they still get a pretty big Cradle turn if they want. Yeah, so they can't knight away the Arbor. It's definitely relevant. Don't really care about keeping Thalia around. Yeah, I like having the GJ equipped to something in case they, like, Knight Wasteland me. I think I'm just, like, taking 3 or whatever. 4, 5, if they want to, like... Oh, no, it's not... Yeah, 4 max if they just want to use Cradle to kill off the Drain 2. I'll take 4. Yeah, or 2, sure. Oh, no, I have a Crusader in my hand. I'm an idiot. I just, like, took damage for no reason. Oh, well. I guess we're both just taking hits for no reason now. Totally kind of tunnel visioned on that one. Yeah, could have just, like, eaten the skews and they could have done probably nothing about it. Yeah, block is free. I'm just an idiot. Ho ho ho. It's not a bad one. That is for sure. So I can just, like, Caracas their Thalia, just get in, right? Or Caracas, I mean, land would be Caracas their Thalia, like, equip get in. But I still want the trigger. If they, like, block Knight on the Thalia, I think I'm still fine. I just don't want them blocking Thalia on my Crusader, because then I have to use my Mom. I could, like, flicker the Knight or something, just get in with... Like, wait, flicker the Thalia equipped to Crusader? Yeah, okay, never mind, I figured it out. Found the line. They have to have... Oh, yeah, they could have Maze. That's something I should actually be concerned about. Could flicker the Forest? Yeah, I could flicker the Forest, equipped to Crusader, and attack, and then Mom through the Thalia. It leaves my thing vulnerable to a Plow in the future turns, but I also get 4 GT counters, which is a lot. If they get Amazing Response, then that lets me, like, set it for the future turns. I want to see what they do. Most don't have it? I don't know. I've seen a lot of Knight lists that are, like, Maverick lists that play Maze nowadays. I'm not like, I don't religiously follow them or anything though, but like I tend to try to play around Maze against Maverick. Yeah, another Maze is in play. I mean, that doesn't work, right? Hold Flickerus and Maze is in play. I mean, I guess I could have like waited for them to Knight for it. Now you just attack with both, or just attack with Athalia again. I mean, I guess Crocus attack with both is probably the line. They get to like Maze my Thalia though, which is kind of annoying. But now I just like hit them for 4 as well. What are they casting here? Scrib Sprite? Yeah, Scrib Ranger or whatever. Gonna eat 2 creatures with that Scoos? Sure. Don't like the Maze, the Wisp-Line since they ignite it into a Maze. I guess. Like, I wanted to force their hand. If they didn't have the Maze, then we can just, like, win that turn, too. And, like, I could save the Wisp to try to do something tricky instead, but I think, like, just, we're still kind of favored in this board position right now. Especially because we have Crusader and Wisp now. They no longer have, like, a forest. They need to find a fetch land if they want to, I guess they could have a land in their hand. They might have just wanted to play Cradle this turn. Start casting these Thalias to pump up my Hallowed Spirit Keeper. I'm only like, I'm actually like not joking. I might actually just like if I don't have anything better to do with my mana, I might start casting Thalias. They found a land, so they can like Knight into more stuff. I think doesn't do anything, right? Yeah, and unless they have a forest. They could like Knight it into a forest and reactivate Knight, but that doesn't really do anything besides make a very large Knight of the Reliquary. Yeah, like Wasteland or Port is pretty gas on this Maze. I guess Port's less gas because we can't equip to Crusader in that same turn. But we definitely just have a lot of pressure on the board right now. Port would also be able to like port it on their turn, untap, and then equip, or whatever. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to play around a second Maze. That seems like very silly. Yeah, if that's what they're doing, sure. Scrib Ranger actually blocks my Flicker Wisp, which is kind of obnoxious. Yeah, this feels like Night Wasteland Caracas. Yep. Really want to draw like Wasteland or Port here. Would be really nice. Or another Flicker Wisp. Scrib Ranger is my favorite card. It's like my favorite like terrible card to see in Legacy. It's like such a good card, but it just looks horrible. Ooh, that's a pretty good one for next turn. Can I even attack with anything here? They have 1 card in hand. What are the odds of Swords to Plowshares? Like, reasonably high? But they can't plow yet, so I can at least, like, take down a Thalia or something, too. I'm, like, burning a lot of my clock, too. I should actually decide. What am I attacking with, if anything? I think it's only going to be one of the Crusader or Wisp, but I'm just going to use the Mom to, like, kill their thing. Because we also have this Jailer coming down. Just hold up, just wait. I guess. I hate it. I guess like they can't really do a lot right now. We're kind of just sitting in an impasse, and we have a Jailer to break the standstill. Attacking with Wisp. Attacking with Wisp, getting Scrib Ranger off the battlefield isn't horrible. Or kind of like I kind of don't hate just killing this Scrib Ranger, honestly. Yeah, I like that attack. I don't want to like accidentally lose Monarchy to the Scrib Ranger either. So I'd rather like neither of us have flyers in play. Well, I'm just gonna take it. Deal. Too bad we have 2 Thalias in our hand instead of, like, actual magic cards. Hopefully my opponent draws some more Thalias. Yeah, not losing Mark is super important, but take out the birds to lock their access to white mana. That seems, like, kind of greedy. You could, like, take out their 8/8 that's, like, tutoring them a bunch of very valuable cards. We're just gonna, like, hold up Wisp plus Mother of Runes as protection. We can stop attacking with it. Make sure we don't get annihilated. And eventually we'll draw into more mana. Just like Violin, this Hallowed Spirit Keeper. Really wish it was a second Mirror Crusader. But that's definitely the things that happen when you make certain deck building decisions like this. 0 cards in our graveyard. It's a lot of mana. Green Sun for, like, 2 with 5 mana. Could go get, like, Quasali. Skews over Night, maybe. I mean, Night gates them, like, more mana, right? It turns all their lands into, like, 2 lands, because you can, like, Night lands and other lands. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Skews is probably gonna, like, stay as a 4/4. I might kill this, whatever it is. Oh, they might actually be Quasali shattering my Vial. Oof. Like, use the bird, shatter the Vial. Yeah. That makes sense. Get, like, super blown out by... I'm not super blown out because it stalls me, like, 3 turns. That's very obnoxious, though. Yeah. Make a not Mirran Crusader. I think we're still favored in this board state, though. Weirdly enough. Not if we draw our 4th Thalia, but... What can I attack with? I think it's time to start getting aggressive. My opponent still has 1 card in hand. I think it's just Thalia plus Wisp again. Wasteland, yeah, Wasteland right now would be nuts. With Keeper and get a flyer. Oh yeah, it counts itself, doesn't it? Huh, yeah. Alright, I don't hate that attack with... No, they get eat it with Scavengers in response. Not right now, but maybe that was like my only opening too? Yeah, that makes sense actually. Attack with Spirit Keeper, convert into a Spirit before they have like a bunch of green mana up for the rest of the game. Because now it's just like converting to nothing, they can just eat it with the trigger on the stack. Yeah. They didn't have green open that turn. We're getting into lethal range with, like, Crusader. Draw, like, Caracas. I can Wasteland it, though. Night Wasteland. Second land lets me move the Jite around. That's not incredibly relevant. I'll say. Yeah, I didn't realize. I forgot that they could just... I forgot, A, that it actually counts itself, turns into a Spirit, and B, that my opponent would just, like, eat it with the Skew. So that was definitely my 1-turn window to hit him with it. What am I equipping this Jite to, if anything? Should equip it to this Flicker Wisp, just get counters on it. I mean, then I'm only attacking with the Wisp, though, and then they just block here. Or they just maze it. Could just keep attacking with Thalia just as a thing. Plus the Wisp. Yeah, running it back with the same attack actually seems reasonable. I think I want to force the hand on their Plow. Like, if they block here, I think I'm just going to give my Flicker Wisp pro green. The shields are down for, like, 1 turn. If they have 1 card left in their hand, so it makes a lot of sense if it's, like, Swords to Plowshares. Like, I think they would have cast most other cards at this point, right? It's gotta be like something that targets my stuff. Yeah, it could be another Thalia. That's fair. I have 4 cards in my hand. 3 of them are uncastable. So could make sense that it's a second Thalia. Or one of the 4 swords. Oh no. It's just like draw GT. Oh fuck. Oh, they don't have enough mana though. Not this turn. Oh yeah, no they don't. Not quite. Wait, no they do. They have exactly enough mana, right? No, wait, yes? I'm confused now. I think they can GT the script sprites. Because the GT costs 4 mana, but they can make 4 with like the knight and the birds and the script ranger. And they can attack me with the script ranger. That's not good. I guess that's a reason to like not be attacking with this wisp and instead be attacking with the crusader. Putting Caracas Mythalia. That gives them enough mana. Got the playset. Yeah, now we probably lose. It'd be a nice time to have a spirit too. Yeah, 1/1 spirit would have been good. That is so much better than us losing on the spot. Don't we lose on the spot? We just lost on the spot. Or like close to it. Port just in time. I don't think we have lethal here, but we definitely like try. Port the maze, attack with everything, or pro white the crusader, attack with everything. I don't think we have lethal. They can just like kill this, like block. You can't block this wisp actually. They like kill it, shrink the crusader to a 1/1 or gain 2 life. Like block, 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 block. Yeah, I think we're just dead. If this has been a wasteland, we might have been able to get somewhere. No, because they could just like, even if I wasteland this and equip a GT somewhere, they can GT down whatever I equip. Yeah, I'm just like burning clock here. Man, that sucks. But yeah, that was definitely like my fault. Like I definitely missed the Hallowed Spirit Keeper attack, which would have either put them at 2 or given me a 1/1 spirit there. I also probably should have been attacking with Crusader instead of Flicker Wisp, specifically to play around GT. But it also sucks that we drew 4 Thalias in the Maverick matchup. So, them's the breaks. Want paths. Want Council's Judgments. Want Recruiter. Why are you biting me? Well, they choose that Thalia could have blocked Crusader. Yeah, but if they block, then I like force their hand with. I can force their hand with the Mom. But if they have Plow, then we're like kind of up shit creek. So maybe I was supposed to like keep taking the risk, but then like leaving a spirit back every turn. In which case, we still would have been like totally fine there. Relic Warder. Cut this really bad Spirit Keeper. Cut this Sanctum Prelate. Oh, it's pretty good. Right? We don't have any other good cards. Oh, Rest in Peace. Rest in Peace. Okay here. I'm kind of like Rest in Peace. Kind of don't like it. It makes their knights a lot smaller, which are like big threats to deal with. But sometimes this is just like a Stoneblade Mirror. And Rest in Peace just doesn't do anything. What other cards do we have in our sideboard that are worse as well? It's definitely not a Cataclysm matchup. Because they just have like individual, very large threats and a lot of mana. They have like 24 lands in Maverick, something like that. Am I missing anything that I wanted to side out? I don't think so. Is it that much? Is what much? I forget what I said at that point. Oh, lands? 24 lands? I don't know. I looked up a list like 5 minutes ago, and not 5 minutes ago, 5 minutes before the stream started, because I was curious on how many lands Maverick played, and I saw, like, the top list I saw was 24, but I don't know how correct that is. It was, like, the first list I saw on MTG Top 8. Rip doesn't do anything, has so much of their deck besides 9. I don't want it. Go in. Alright, catch you later, Static. I'll let you know how we did. This hand's good. On the play, we can, like, kill a Mana Dork, which is not the worst, and Palace Jailer's really strong. Actually having lands this time is nice. Notably, we did keep a 2-land... no, we drew a 3rd land. We just got double wastelanded because of the Knight. So we didn't get, like, ultra punished. If I draw a Vial, I think I'm going to play Vial over Ballista, though. Unless they play a guy. I would play, like, turn 3 Vial plus Port. Oh, I'm definitely going to snap off killing a dude here. Maybe run out Flicker Wisp. No, Palace Jailer plus Flicker Wisp is insane value. Oh, definitely running out Ballista now. Oof, maybe not. We don't, like... Walking Ballista is colorless. We don't have to run Ballista out. We could just develop Stoneforge for, like, GT. We could always play Ballista for, like, 2 down the road, too. Yeah, just play Stoneforge. I wonder if my opponent has Knight of Autumns in their deck. It's out, right? I'm pretty sure people have it on Moto. Probably, like, pretty expensive. Sure. Sure. Man, now I really want to Ballista for 2. I think I want to Ballista for 1 just to set it for my Jailer, though. Ballista for 1 the Mom. It's like we have another Mom here that'll be obnoxious. Oh, Plow my Mystic. Sure. I want to get this Caracas Wastelanded more than these Ports, I think. Because we already have 2 white. And we can draw, like, more Caracas later on. I should be playing faster. But, yeah. Definitely playing out Ballista on 1 to set up for Jailer next turn. Wonder why they just, like, snapped off that Plow on the Mystic. Didn't seem like it was super relevant. Scared of, like, me just having a Batter Skull in hand or something. Hello, cat. Scrub landed. I'm gonna play around Zealous Persecution. But we have pretty good game plan against Zealous. This is a Knight of the Reliquary. That's a pretty good Palace Jailer target. I'm just gonna kill this Mother Runes in response right now. Like, concerned. I don't know what could happen. I just don't want it to happen. I don't really think I get, like, punished by sitting here. Because even if they play second Mom, we have Jailer before the second Mom gets online. Ooh, Council's Judgment's a good one, too. They don't have enough mana to, like, play and equip a sort of Fire and Ice to this Birds of Paradise or something, either, to try to take the Monarchy from me. You can Stoneforge Noble Hierarch. I mean, yeah, Noble Hierarch... Oh, yeah, Noble Hierarch just by itself would actually be really bad. That's true. I didn't think about that. They're grabbing Sophie. That makes sense. Oh, sick. We can just... Now I'm actually, like, really scared of... Ooh, that's pretty good, too. But not good enough, because they have 2 creatures right now. So how do I want to play this? I guess I gotta just equip... equipping GT plus Mom does it, but loses to, like, a Plow. I think just, like, Flicker Wisping the Birds of Paradise, or, like, Flicker Wisping the Palace Jailer on the Birds of Paradise is pretty decent. This thing doesn't take as a 3/4, though, which is really obnoxious. I can't block it very well after that. I have to, like, spend a turn chump blocking it before I GTA attack, kill whatever they... Oh, yeah, I can just, like, wait till they equip an attack. That's true. Or, like, wait till they equip. No, they can equip twice, right? Because they can equip to here, I ping it, and then they equip here. But then I also have, like, a Mom to block. So I would need, like, Plow plus... I think I like the GTA plan, though. I don't like Flicker or Jailer too much, because I just, like, lose a guy to this sword. I also just Council's Judgment this, but I'm just really scared of a Noble Hierarch all of a sudden. No, this doesn't work, because they just equipped the Stoneforge first. Fuck. What do I want to do? I'm burning a lot of clock for, like, a possible game 3. I guess Council Judgment with the sword and just, like, dodge it. Fade a Hierarch is probably the best line. Even if they get a Hierarch and ping me with the bird, then they get the Knight back, then I can Flicker Wisp the Jailer, get the Knight back, now I have Flicker Wisp to defend, so yeah. I think just Council Judgment with the sword, plus play Mom is the best line here. Oh yeah, we're drawing 2 cards a turn. Mom and Flicker Jailer is another valid line, but I just don't like losing a guy to the Stoneforge for no reason. Like, they get to equip to Stone... Like, if I Jailer this Birds, then they just get to slam me with the Stoneforge. Then I have to, like, chump block it with the thing. This following turn, I can just Flicker Wisp the Palace Jailer, eat this Bird of Paradise now. Oh, never mind. Well, now we can just eat, like, we can eat one bird and Flicker the other. Or, like, have the ability to block the other with this Wisp. I do need to start playing fast. Let's play Sword for mana efficiency here. We can use ports to tap down this maze. We have, like, enough mana to, like, play and equip GTAs and swords and all sorts of stuff, so... Doesn't matter. Just gonna Jailer away a bird. I also don't like, if they actually do get Monarchy back, I don't want them to get another Stoneforge trigger. And this 1/2 is not really doing a lot. It's not a bad one. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I can equip, port, and play GTA now. I think I'm just going to equip to this Palace Jailer. It's the least relevant. They're just going to take it? That seems very wrong. They might have just given up at this point. Yeah, I think they're just dead. I'm going to tap this maze right now. Now they're burning my clock. Alright. Which is fair. We've been, like, tanking pretty hard on some of these decisions. Maverick's, like, a deck that I, like, have to think a lot to play against. Yeah, sure, whatever. Just get out of here. I don't want to deal with that. What if this is lethal? 7, 11, 13, not quite. Yeah, fuck it. That's probably enough. Alright, even Damnation doesn't win them this game, so... Deluge for 5 doesn't do anything. We can save the Wisp, and we can just file in a Stoneforge or something after a Deluge. Cool, they're dead. They were just, like, running my clock down. Alright, I feel pretty confident in those sideboard decisions. Yeah, I don't think I like Rip in this matchup. Like, sometimes they'll have, like, random graveyard synergy guys, like, Ramunap Excavator and such. 5 is too big to save the Wisp, but you do have... Oh, okay, I don't know, I wasn't paying attention. But yeah, they go to 1, and I just violent a guy, equip it with a bunch of equipment, and murder them. Oh yeah, I also had 4 counters, whatever. I was just trying to play fast. People are playing Black and Maverick for mostly Thoughtseize and Zealous Persecution, I think, are the big ones, because your combo matchups suffer pretty hard without access to stuff like Thoughtseize. You just kind of play, like, bad D&D against a lot of the combo decks, unless you have, like, those, like, very early turn disruptive elements. But some people are just playing straight green-white. I'm gonna try to, like, talk less in this last game here, because I actually need to, like, I need to play fast, so I might fuck up. This hand's good. But I might make some dumb misplays and stuff. Feel free to chastise me in the comments, but I'm probably not gonna pay too much attention. I'll still, like, talk and stuff. I'll just try to, like, not tank on my decisions, sit there and debate possible options. Blah, blah, blah. That's kind of annoying. Because I don't have an answer for it. I feel like I missed the sideboard guide. What are you talking about, Legator? You're looking for the black-white D&T, black-white ENT modern sideboard guide? What do I want them to wasteland here? Mono Mother of Runes. We're just gonna, like, play a Mom and a Vial here. So, wasteland my Karakas is way better. That's true, you also don't have to buy black duels. We're gonna play a Mom, file in a Mom, untap, file in another Mom, so... We got Moms up the wazoo. Mystical Will Duck, and I've already got it in Port over it. Yeah, that's the only side we're gonna have currently. Double Wasteland is kind of annoying, but my opponents seem to have kept a kind of a loose hand. Yeah, it should be up to like 8 deck lists now. Oh, geez, we're gonna get absolutely wrecked by a Zealous Persecution if they find black mana, though. But they have like 1 turn to do so. They could actually double Wasteland me. But I need to auto-yield to these. Oh, Recruiter's a good draw. But we are just going to develop this GTA here. They might double Wasteland me, but we just need to get it in play. We can start recruiting for stuff. Next turn. Or if they have a flyer to pick up. The sword. Yeah, flyer would be kind of obnoxious too. What's up? Thanks for the good luck. Cafe Grit. Grit text. Should have left up the basic planes to represent plow. But whatever. Oh, geez. This is going to be Zealous Equip. Oh, not Zealous. Deal. I can beat that. Yep. Yep, this is definitely beatable. We need to draw a second land, though. It's pretty important. I'm not going to violate the 3rd Mom I don't want to get, like, absolutely wrecked by a Zealous Persecution. Ooh, a Path. It's interesting, but we'll just pass the turn. Yeah, the equip means that it gets to survive if I did get to connect with GJ here, like if I drew a land. So the equip makes sense. I can, like, mom my mom and attack here. Another Wasteland. Obnoxious. I don't even know what I'm recruiting for. Only 4.5 minutes. Recruit like a Jailer almost. Jailer almost does it. Oh yeah, because I don't want to path them. Recruit Crusader probably, that makes some sense. There's like Wisps. I almost like Jailer. I'm gonna recruit Wisps. I can actually Wisp the sword off of this, notably. Land? Come on, land. Stoneforge. Issue is that, like, I'm just running out of clock time. So you need to make, like, these pretty, like, fast-paced decisions. Oh, sick. They just concede. I don't know what they weren't drawing to, but they like, tried to play out the clock game, too, so I'm surprised they didn't try to play out the clock game 3, but I think I do have, like, a very favorable position at this point. We just have, like, Path, Wisp, Stoneforge. Like, we're just, like, draw out of it. Yeah, just next turn, I think we can just start immediately winning the game. Yeah. Game's, like, pretty well in our favor. My opponent just, like, didn't find green mana ever, I guess, but... Let's go find... Where's Maverick on this list? There we go. Maverick's definitely becoming a force in this meta. Oh, whoops. Nope, not 9 and 1. 9 and 8. 9 and 8 in games. Now 4 and 2 in matches. We won game... We lost game 1 because I'm bad. We won game 2 and 3. Lost game 1. Is winning the game really the best thing you can be doing, though? It's a good question. There are a lot of things more enjoyable than winning the game. I still don't know what it was like. Now that I have some time, I can, like, think over that split decision recruiter choice. What's up, Static? We beat Maverick, so you didn't miss a whole lot. We, like, just jailered the crap out of them game 2, and then game 3 they kept a hand without green mana and just never found green mana, but they had, like, Mom plus Sword, but we just had Vials going and stuff. Vials, Moms, Recruiters. Notably, they, like, I'm still not sure. I do appreciate that the opponent didn't, like, play out the clock, because we might have not won if they did. They, like, played out the clock hard in game 2, even though they were incredibly dead, and then, like, conceded pretty early in game 3, even though they might have been able to win on clock. Jailer is very good against Maverick. I was gonna say was, but, like, it's one of the matchups where it definitely shines, which is stuff where I like it. It's really good against Maverick and 4-color Loam. It's like it's dicey, but it's good against Miracles and Grixis. You just have to, like, pick your spots and do a little bit of praying a lot of the time. But I'm coming around to it a little bit. I still hate it. I think I will always, like, hate it on the principle that it just, like, is astoundingly bad and will just actively lose you the game sometimes. Like, sometimes you're in a spot where, like, well, I guess I'll play this, and then they'll just, like, cast a spell and just demolish your face. But sometimes you'll be in a spot where it's like, alright, Jailer, your Reality Smasher, they play Endbringer, you flicker with Jailer, their Endbringer, and just, like, you're so far ahead. The fact that it's just, like, so nuts with Flicker Wisp, even without the trigger on the stack, you can just flicker it later. It's just, like, kind of silly. I hate Jailer. Yeah, Strix and Snapcaster are, like, the two best cards against Jailer in terms of, like, things that people play often in this meta. So that's why it's pretty miserable against Grixis. They can often just, like, snap removal spell, clear out your blockers, take the Monarchy, or just, like, Strix take the Monarchy. And Miracles can, like, snap removal spell, take the Monarchy and stuff. So it's definitely risky. Sand is horrible. Sand is also horrible. Alright, well, it's about as good as a 5 I asked for. Jailer vs. Grixis. Like the Monarchy and the game becomes unwinnable. Yeah, that's kind of the deal, though, with a matchup like Grixis. You need Jailer because sometimes you will be able to hold the Monarchy, and then you can very quickly win the game from there. There are going to be a lot of the cases where you'll play Jailer, and they'll just, like, Snapcaster or Baleful Strix and take the Monarchy from you, and you're going to lose. But in a lot of the cases where they take the Monarchy and you lose, you're going to lose anyway. Oh, yeah. I answered it more in depth now. Everything's, like, 20-ish. 10 to 20 seconds off, so. This Miracles? Well, this is a bad deck to mold a 5 against. Could still be like a combo deck. Yeah. Jailer means, like, oh, this game is going to, like, end in the next 5 turns, and it just, who keeps the Monarchy during those 5 turns that decides it. If you're in a position where you can't keep the Monarchy against Grixis, then you're just gonna die. Opponent just cantrip in like crazy. I'm just gonna jam Thalia. Could be like Sneak. And if it's Miracles, I bet the games are... Yeah, that's my feel. Like, if you're going to play any card, and they're just gonna, like, snap removal spell it, and just, like, beat you down because you can't protect your Monarchy, then a lot of those games you're going to die anyway. I feel like this is Miracles. This is like a Plow. Basic Plains Plow. Get punished by, like, me drawing Caracas. Man, I hate it when, like, people don't get punished for making bad plays. Like, 3 Caracas in my deck. Come on, opponent. Respect me making a land drop and completely invalidating your decision. I'll just, like, Mon plus Stoneforge here. I want to, like, devote to the board here against possible, like, just turn 4 Jace. So we don't, like, just put a bunch of stuff into play. So they can't just, like, unsummon one thing. Notably, even if they do unsummon one thing, we still can't, like, clean up the Jace, but... Oh, is this just Terminus? This feels like an end-step brainstorm for a Terminus. Oh, I'm F6 and I got nothing. Yeah, oh, no Terminus. Deal. That was just an end-step brainstorm. Alright. This feels like a Jace, though. Oh, it's main deck Supreme Verdict. Alright, that's fine. I guess Revoker plus Port is better. Not, like, much better, but... Oh yeah, 4-color Lone playing Queen Marchesa on the sideboard is some sweet technology. We can have a Plow if they have, like, a Mentor or something. Not a great draw. We can... Do I attack into this? Like, if they snap, what do they snap? Like, if they target Brainstorm, we Plow. If they target Plow, we just, like, take the trade and don't play a creature. I could also just, like, play Violent Pass. My opponent didn't hit their land drop or cast a cantrip, notably. So, like, utilizing these ports seems pretty relevant. I'm just going to take the conservative line if my opponent's missing land drops. I don't think I want to attack into this just because this is my only threat, and we might work our way into this sort of Fire and Ice at some point in the game. Yeah, this is just Snap Plow anyway. 1 second. Captain Haddock, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. This is going to be bad if they have, like, land Jace. Cat, what are you doing? Nope, stop. Stop biting at that book. Don't do it. What did I just say? Stop biting at the book. Come here. Ponder, alright. So they can, like, go find there. So they didn't cast a cantrip because they're intending on snap plowing that turn, in case I drew, like, 5th land and I just go play Equip Sword, and I, like, punish them for not leaving up a plow. What? Is that like an actual card? Unless my opponent's like not playing Miracles. Am I missing something? What do they do with that Ponder? They have to have shuffled, right? Yeah, because I'm missing land drop. Was this like turbo ancestral, or not ancestral knowledge, accumulated knowledge? I'm just gonna like take hits. I want to double port them, just file in the Stoneforge or something. Opponent's missing land drops like crazy. Card is sweet with Intuition plus Ancestral. That's pretty, quite the combo. I mean, like, take some knocks from the Snapcaster, it's whatever. I'm gonna tap out of all their white this turn, so they can't, like, plow my guy. Unless they find another land, obviously. There's a sorcery version. So I don't even... Oh, yeah, the sorcery version that doesn't count your opponent's yard. Yeah, if they go, like, land Jace, then... Oh, man, 1 mana snaps for their cantrips. Value. Except for my medallion's so good against Thalia. Probably wouldn't be able to untap and kill Jace unless I drew a 5th land, right? They shuffled again, so they're still not finding their land drops. Now we can grab Batterskull. Just, like, make more threats. Oh no, they found a land. Well, we'll try. Still gonna grab Batterskull because it's, like, better than GT here. We have Sword, and we want extra threats if we get, like, land 5. And if they don't kill it, it's great. Oh, we would have hit land 5. I feel so when I cast Thalia, my mono red storm plays a Ruby Medallion. Hey, imagine how much worse it would be if you didn't have the Thalia in play. It's like against Modern Storm when you play Thalia. Even if they play Electromancer, you're like dying less, at least. Just pass. I only get to port them once here, though, which is kind of scary, but I get the option of putting in Sword or Batterskull depending on what they do. We might be able to finagle our way into a 12-point Crusader hit as well. Might actually end up being like an 8-point Crusader hit, killing 2 Snapcasters. Probably 12-point though, because at that point their only real plan is like Terminus me. Yeah, this is fine. Damage is like not how we're actually losing this game. Crusader's lethal. Okay, so it's only 12, right? If they like tap out and we get to Batterskull and Crusader and Sword, then it's lethal. Council's Judgment me, huh? It's like kind of obnoxious, actually. I think I'm gonna put in Batterskull here, honestly. If they vote the Batterskull off the island, I can still Violent Crusader, untap, equip with Sword, punch them. Punch them for like 12. Put them to 3. Battle on the Crusader 2. Then I can vote the Crusader. Then I get to hit them for like 8, I guess, which is fine. But I think just putting in the Batter Skull, because if they pick Vile, then I can just put this sword on the Batter Skull, and like I don't want them to pick Crusader. I think I'm definitely putting in Batter Skull here. The question is if I want to put in Crusader as well, give them that option. Yeah, they're not going to pick Vile if I put in Crusader. I think they're going to pick Batter Skull if I do this. If they pick Vile, then we still get to connect for 8 with this German. We still have a Mirror Crusader in our back pocket. They voted for the Stoneforge? Do they have a force then? They better have a force or else they're gonna fucking die. Oh jeez, we have GTA too. I mean, we can't cast both here, but... Alright, you got a counterspell? They could have just have an actual counterspell now they have 2 mana, but we'll make them have it. Still get to crunch them for 8. We have... Yeah, pitching Supreme Verdict? Yeah, that's not a show of strength. They're not dead regardless, they're only taking 8 here, right? I could have just equipped Batter Skull to Crusader, couldn't I have? Oh, that doesn't kill them, though, does it? I only deal them 4 more damage, they'd be at 2, and I'd be going in on a singular threat instead. I don't think I want to play GTA. I think I'd rather... they have like 1 million mana. Maybe I do just play GTA. Yeah, I'll cast GTA. They have like 900 mana. Yeah. It does stop them from like chaining 1 million things together, but... Yeah, they're gonna have to brainstorm into like a bunch of Swords to Plowshares. 1, 2, 3, 4... It is stopped exactly Hardcast Terminus, but if they're just like spending their turn Terminusing... It's like Snap Councils. Oh, second Supreme Verdict. Alright, that's pretty annoying. Because I've spent a lot of turns trying to answer this Jace now. We draw a Recruiter would be nice. Drawing Plains is not as nice, I will say. I'm gonna pick up the Batter Skull right now to play around removal effects, and we can port them. Yeah, the third Supreme Verdict definitely got us. They've now cast 2 and pitched 1 to a Force of Will. I'm not even convinced they're playing Miracles with 3 Supreme Verdicts in their deck. And a Sapphire Medallion? Like, is that a thing? Are they just playing, like, blue-white Sapphire Medallion control? Supreme Verdict's a better Wrath effect if you're playing Sapphire Medallions, that's for sure. Like, Teferi me? It's a brew. It's not really like, do they play Terminus? I guess is my question, because that's the only real distinction from blue-white control and Miracles at this point, right? Man, we're pretty dead, I must say. Cast a guy, get this countered. It's like hard cast Force of Will at this point. Actual counterspell. Plow this. Yeah, I think we lose now. I'm trying to think of if there's like a better way to play that one weird turn where we got forced. There's a chance I'm supposed to like just cast a GT there instead because they have to have force, or otherwise that's like a horrible decision. But what does that matter? Because then they end up still. Yeah, sure, whatever. Alright. It's not really a card here, but... Let's look at this back to basics to untap our lands, at least. Since we're probably not flickering anything else. We need all 5 cards that my opponent is currently looking at to, like, not be Source of Plowshares or Snapcaster Mage. To take this Jace off the table. Blink Jace EOT. I could have just blinked Jace then, I guess. Oh, end of my turn, yeah. Probably better than letting them brainstorm and blinking this back to basics. Oh, huh. Maybe not. Opponent really wants to brainstorm, I guess. The actual 4-mana brainstorm. Look at this back to basics. Oh yeah, 3-mana brainstorm, that's correct. My mistake. They have a Sapphire Medallion in play. Yeah, they're just like Snap Plow this thing now. Take Jace off the table instead of just killing them. Oh yeah, whatever. They are a 3 life, notably. Not something I was paying attention to, but it all involves me actually resolving actually getting to keep a Flicker Wisp, but we tried. Nice, the perfect draw. My opponent just keeps brainstorming. Not gonna be able to, like, kill me. They need to, like, start plussing this eventually. So I want to know if they have, like, other threats in their deck besides just Snapcaster Mages and Jaces. Does this deck play Mentor? It probably could. It's not even gonna attack with it? What? New plan, we deco. That has worked once in my entire life, Shylith. I have decked one Miracle's opponent in one game, and it's only because they misplayed. Like, if they were playing correctly, they could have beaten me. Just Snapcaster attack's not even worth it. Just bouncing their Snapcaster with their Jace? Alright, I'll plow it, Jesus. You can just cast the Force so well, why are you pitching the Spell Pierce? What are you gonna snap back? Opponent really loves value, apparently. But then they also just, like, discarded the Spell Pierce. Oh, they're just like, Council Judgment might Vile. Sure. Yeah, alright, you got it, bud. Oh, hey, Recruiter of the Guard. Yeah, another counterspell for that one? Sure. Yeah, the pitch there felt like Rubbins. If we had Vile under the Recruiter. Yeah, actually. If, like, we hadn't actually got Council's Judgment there, we might have actually been able to do something. Currently, they're decking before they kill me with Snapcasters. They do have a 4th one in their deck still somewhere. Alright. How many turns does this take to ult? From now, it would take 5, 6 turns to ult. So they could ult, targeting themselves if they know what they're doing. Well, we have a Wisp. Start casting my spells. Force them to counter them, plow them, whatever. What the fuck am I flickering? Nothing. Oh, I should actually target this port, and then we should use the port to tap their Tundra. So there's no real value to be gained from flickering anything else. Yeah, Plowshare, whatever. They might just be able to kill me by finding Snapcaster. Wisp his Snap and maybe AKs. I don't want him to just, like, can he actually snap anything for value besides drawing cards? Maybe not. Yeah, like, ulting Jace on yourself is definitely, like, a reasonable line that you're supposed to do when you're about to deck like this. But that's the only game I won against Miracles, is when they deck themselves by ulting Jace on me and not themselves. Like, legitimately. I think my opponent has realized that. I've looked Teferi before. Yeah, my opponent had ulted their Teferi, and I had, like, killed... I think they only had one, or I killed the first one, I forget. So I was, like, I had no permanence in play, but my opponent just, like, decked themselves because they didn't target themselves with Jace ult. Hey, this can flicker their Jace down if they don't counter it. How many Wisps do we have left? I don't know. It's probably like the last one. What happened to the rest of them? They all got plowed. 1, 2. We got one left in the deck, it looks like. This goes to 7, 3 cards in library, 9, 2 cards in library, 11, 1 card in library, 13, 0 cards in library. I think they decked before. I think we might win. Uh-oh, never mind. They got Teferi. They have the lock now. Unless we draw, like, Revoker and they can't counter it. Yeah, they just have, like, the one of Teferi to not deck. They're already putting it on the bottom. Sure, we're gonna start holding cards in our hand. Doesn't really matter, but if we find Phyrexian Revoker, they might legitimately be out of stuff. Also, we just get to, like, see their entire deck. Or most of it, so. They're fate-sealing me, so it's pretty hard to find the Revoker, but... So they have multiple Teferis, right? Because they definitely just, drew a Teferi after putting it, like, to the bottom. Yeah, the last 2 cards of their deck are just both Teferi. I don't know what 4 cards in their hand are, but... I don't know why I played that land. I mean, it doesn't matter. If they ult the Jace, then we lose. We need to, like, draw a Revoker this turn. Also, no, because they can, like, unsummon with the Jace on the Revoker, too. Yeah, we're just dead. Zero the Jace, do it! Dang, they saw the line. Yeah, 2 Teferis. Alright, cool. Alright, so how do we sideboard for this matchup? Unsummon locking creates a draw state, doesn't it? No. Yes? No? I'm gonna deck before that, right? Oh, no, they'll eventually run out of stuff, because they would have actually run out of stuff. Unless they had, like, they could have had a counterspell in hand. There are a lot of things that could have happened there. Alright, well, these cards seem, like, especially good in this matchup. I wonder if Relic Warrior is good enough. Back to Basics and Sapphire Medallions? Yeah, it might create a winning state if they don't counter it. Or if they can't counter it, I mean. GTA definitely sucks. And these Plows sucks, might put it as mentors. They might have them in the sideboard for like some transformative plan, but Hallowed Spirit Keeper is the actual worst. And God, Mother of Ruins plus this Chalice plan is kind of really clunky, but I might cut one instead of a Crusader. Crusaders can be down. Oh, this other Recruiter. I didn't see that one. Need that one. You're testing Spirit Keeper? Yeah, that was one of the decisions we came to by the end of our Grixis stream on Tuesday. Is that you really need like stupid tech cards like Crusading Knight or Hallowed Spirit Keeper to beat Grixis. This hand's really bad against Back to Basics. This looks pretty good. Really want a Vial, but it's cute, but I'm not convinced. I'm also not convinced. That's why we're trying it. It's really test Karn if you're going to... I mean, you can't main deck a Karn, right? Also, Karn is not, like... If Gideon's not what I want against Grixis, Karn's not going to be what I want against Grixis. Alright, we're just going to play this Chalice. Fuck doing other stuff. Slam this Chalice to the void. Yeah, Karn draws you like the worst card every turn. Worst of your top 2 cards every turn, and then like dies to their stuff. Gideon is a 2/2 Bitter Blossom that dies to their stuff. I really don't think like Karn is what I want specifically for Grixis. I think Karn's like a perfectly fine viable sideboard option, but I don't think it's exceptional. They like force this and then Back to Basics mean this could get real ugly. Uh-oh, my nightmares. My point is that you're not going to beat Grixis on the grind plan. Alright, no Back to Basics, thank the Lord. No second white mana is also exceptionally awkward. I don't think I'm supposed to Chalice on 2, even if they have AKs. I think I'd rather just double board them. Oh man, my opponent's going off. At least we can't get Back to Basics yet. Snapcaster. Disenchant. Alright, well, we got another Chalice. That was an argument to like play a second Chalice too. So like can't cast a 1-drop in between. Now we can do this. And then get Back to Basics. But at least we'll have a creature in play before he gets Supreme Verdicted and we die to Planeswalkers. My opponent seemed to only have 1 Back to Basics in the main. They might have just like not played the second, but this feels like it's a Back to Basics. Could be a Jace. Yep. Come on, second white source. Fuck. Nice Chalice Aether Vial Synergy deck. Second white source would have been amazing here. For their second white. They have, what's-his-face in their deck? Council's Judgment. It helps and it's a solid all-around card. You're just getting specifically Rixis, so you run a bunch of stupid stuff like Absolute Grace in that. So, I mean, yeah, we can run stupid stuff like Absolute Grace, but my point was that I wanted tutorable stupid stuff against Rixis, and that Karn is, like, a lot of the times, like, not what I want over Gideon in a lot of matchups. Man, if we could find, like, a second white mana, we might be able to do something. Stop it. Hey, there's a way to cast our Vial now. Like, how many matchups do I legitimately want Karn for that I don't just want something like Gideon for? Or that Karn is, like, actively better than a Gideon? Why'd you tap Karagas for Thalia? This is my only white mana. Am I crazy? Did I have a second option? No. No back to basics, please. Don't do it. Don't do it, man. No! Oh, no. Well, this is equally bad. Come on, white source. Would love a second white source for this hand. I hate everything. Just like can never draw the white source. We kept a one white source hand just with I think all three of these cards in my opening hand just never found anything. That seems worse than Miracles for us specifically. I would agree. I think this game specifically is kind of a really like stupid clunky outlier, but yes. I'm just gonna cast this. Yeah, sure. AK for 4 cards, why not? What am I supposed to bring in Rip against this deck? Probably not. Null Rod. That seems strong. And Flicker Wisp it. If we draw a white mana. Sure. Sure. Face sealing me. Put it to the top. Probably not second white. Wow. They just like let me have this? Huh. What do I do now? I mean, people have had worse arguments against bringing Rip for Grixis. I think, God, the greedy play is Flicker the Null Rod, equip Sword, and try to kill the Jace, so I get the Sword equipped on something, but in all likelihood, they have 6 cards in hand, and they can plow something. So it's probably just attack Jace, kill the Teferi, or attempt to kill the Teferi, get it countered. Oh, shit. Still have 6 cards in hand, so not looking great for us still. I was supposed to wasteland this. Grixis is more yard reliant, though. I don't know if I even agree with that. Like, their Snapcasters are probably better than Miracles is. Man, they had like infinite mana. Really trying to find this back to basics to just crush me into the dirt. Null Rod back to basics me. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, now we'll concede. I think most, like, Grixis players worth their salt are boarding out. Well, maybe we won't concede. Are boarding out Angler in the Death and Taxes matchup. It's like the least concerning card in their whole deck. It makes that K-Command sword. That's also not a good argument, because the other 3 modes on K-Command are still murdering you. All 3 of the other modes are still insane against you. Oh, nice. Ballista for 1. Get him. Oh no, they have a null rod! I can't even ping the chase! Got me, opponent. Got me good. Watch your time. We're dead. That might have been said before the null rod, or before the back to basics, though. Which is better versus well, versus this deck specifically, because I think they're like leaning on like stupid shit like accumulator knowledge a little bit more than Miracles is. But like I wasn't like super serious about boarding that in. Oh, maybe we should take this vial to 4 so I can make a jailer. Like, D&T with Angler once therefore is the best. That's a lot of people think. That's why it's frustrating because like if you play against like bad Grixis players, they'll always leave an Angler. Yeah, I said that before back to basics. That's only fair. If we like tap this, we're just never playing Angler. Yeah, we'll pass the turn. We're already dead. Like we lost this game around the back to basics. We also lost this game around the time they played Jace, and we had an opening to cast that Council Judgment for like 4 turns, and then we never drew second white, and they just like murdered us. No, we immediately drew another land too. Oh well, we'll make 2 threats. We'll keep our Portum tapped. Or we make 1 threat and then they counter it. Two mana Force Wills. Wow, actual counterspell. Card's insane. Counterspell that also is a free counterspell if you pitch a blue card. Aha. How are you going to beat this Palace Jailer opponent? It's also notable that like Rip can turning off their Snapcasters is like way more relevant in this matchup because they're actively looking to Fairy Lock you as their win con. It's like being able to turn off a bunch of their plows so you can actually just revoke them to stop their win con is not unreasonable. I'm not saying it's like worth boarding in Rips, but I think Rip is like I think Rip in terms of how good Rip is, I think it goes like this deck, Grixis, and then Miracles. I think Rip is better against this deck than it is against Grixis. That being said, it's not good against either of them. It's not good against any of those decks. It's been on the back of Back to Basics. Yeah, Back to Basics is like really, really absurdly strong. It's like very good for these builds right now. Yeah, Moon's like horrible against D&T, whereas Back to Basics looks actually playable. And like sometimes nerfs your hands pretty hard. But it's also like just way better against it's worse against stuff like lands, better against stuff like Grixis that has basics but also has non-basics, because you can use under a Blood Moon you can use your non-basics for colorless essentially. But under Back to Basics, all your non-basics turn into Lotus Petals, which is like far more relevant. Right, yeah, we've been dead for a while. They're having a nice chat though. What about Foul is under? Miracles. Definitely plays differently than Miracles does. Blue-white Medallion, I guess. 3 mana I win buttons are fun to play against. I mean, it's not always an I win button, right? There's counterplay. Like, if Blood Moon was Blue-white Sapphire Medallion, yeah, that makes sense. If Blood Moon was just like an I win button, like Red Prison would be insane, right? They have a shell built, they have a shell that prominently like makes Back to Basics really powerful against some of their worst matchups, but yeah, it definitely plays out a lot differently than the Miracles matchup does. I'd agree. Oh yeah, if you're on like any 3 or 4 color deck, then like if you're like on a 3 color fair deck that plays basics, then I think Back to Basics is better than Blood Moon. Blood Moon's a better hate card against stuff like Turbo Depths and lands and stuff. The Blood Moon's also kind of scary against lands because since the ruling change, they like play a Dark Depths and then Cross and Grip your Moon. You guys get what I mean. Yeah, that matchup certainly feels a lot worse than the Miracles matchup does. I also don't think that we like necessarily lose either of. How'd that? Yeah, neither of those games were like super, like, oh, we got wrecked. It kind of looked like it because of how the game just like totally turned around. But like we had them very close to that game 1, and in game 2 it's just like we didn't find a white source for a long time, which would have been very relevant in casting a lot of our spells that would have helped us keep up in that game. Which that definitely happens. Yeah, Moon's still fine. Like, people can play. The Red Splash is still relevant, too, because Pyroblast is really insane, especially in the mirror. Pyroblast is a pretty good magic card. What are we... Opponent says hi. Hello. Ugh, this hand sucks. Oh yeah, and EE. Having the third color for EE. Yeah, they're definitely... it's definitely like not all upside to be playing one or the other. A lot of it's preference. Like what you're trying to beat, how you like to play the deck, that sort of thing. Even sometimes just like cards you enjoy playing. Oh, this hand sucks. This hand is clunky, but definitely better. Don't think I want second Aether Vial. Think I want to protect my one white source, so we'll lead on Port Vial. I want to conceal the Wasteland if possible. It's a little more likely to like find non-basics. I want to protect the Crocus from Wasteland. Miracles? Storm? Sneak? Its hand is bad against all of those, so we're just going to port them this turn. Wish there was a white version of Dryad Arbor, so you could violence it. That'd be pretty cool. I don't even know, would that even be like worth it though? Would D&T play a white Plains Dryad Arbor? Damus78, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Yeah, I don't think... Ooh, Grixis? Storm? Ooh, probably Storm. Still could be Grixis. Almost definitely not, yeah. I think there would be decks that, like, might. Not being able to green Sun Zenith for it is definitely a downside. A very major downside, and it's like one of the biggest reasons to play Dryad Arbor, but... Pay Crusader. Alright, so Grixis then? Ooh, Prelate. That's not bad. I mean, like, Prelate on 3. Want to protect my stuff from shatters. Just keep hoarding their blue. I'd port black. Like, protect the Stoneforge from getting, like, pushed. Hoping that him, I guess that's fair. Porting to play around him is definitely relevant. Didn't get punished, but yeah, I agree in hindsight. What am I getting here? I think I just want Sword of Fire and Ice. We can actually protect it pretty well with Prelate and Wisp. So I think I just want Sword. Fortunately, this doesn't let me cast a Prelate or something here. But now we can, like, definitely port the black now, because they're all, like, double blue. Port plus put in Sword plus leave up, Wisp. I don't think I want to Prelate yet. I think I want to, like... I'm not sure. Maybe it's right to Prelate instead of Wisp. Prelate on 1 here. But then if I put in the Sword, I get absolutely wrecked by K-Command. Because I could also make the decision based on their mana situation next turn. I could also, like, actually, I could double port them. So they can't actually Prelate. They can't actually, I can, like, double port them so they can't K-Command this turn. And not put in the Sword until next turn. And I untap and I'll have, like, Prelate with a Sword on it plus Wisp backup. I think I like that line, honestly. They can't kick him out if I part off black? Oh shit, you're right. They need a lot of colors. I don't need to double board them. Those on one. Then we'll have Flicker Wisp up to protect the sword from like a K command if they get the mana for it. Like if they play a 4th land here. He's on blue-black Omnitel. Not Grixis. What, just with like a Baleful Strix in it? That might get me. Like I don't know what Lee J is up to. I just like been playing around Grixis, but it would make sense if my opponents like naturally hit a bunch of basics if they're on like a blue-black deck. So Peloton 3 would have been better if I know that. But I think in this scenario also, like in the blind, it's probably pretty reasonable to assume Grixis. Which kind of makes some of my decisions there. Sorry. Oh, it's all good. Ooh, we have a bunch of Flicker Wisps. No, most people. I just assume that like I never know. I don't know who plays what. I don't know. Yeah, I don't keep track of like any. I know what like Landon is on. And the one time I was like, oh, he's probably on Red Black Graveyard. He was on like Bug Shit Pile. Maybe I'm supposed to kill those Strix there, so I can like wisp them to death. I actually have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have lethal if I just like wisp the Strix. And I can't like show and tell Omniscience. I have Flicker Wisp. I think we're pretty okay here. I think I am going to keep boarding the swamp, so my opponent just has a bunch of blue. They might be able to cast like a thing for a black. 4-color Mimic. Oh, if he actually had white in his deck. All I saw was Hierarch. Does my opponent like play Interaction? Should I play around that? It's probably. What would I like recruit for here? I don't even know. I already have a bunch of wisps. So you're probably supposed to recruit her there. Now I'm concerned because now I'm already like tunneling as if they're on like. As if they're on blue-black. Like, if they're on Grixis, my mindset goes... Although, when they play the 3rd island, my mind is suddenly like, they're definitely not on Grixis. I need to be playing around something else. Let them use this mana if they want to. Port the second thing in the draw step. This chance was like flicker out a land. No, they can still like land drop show and tell if they're doing those shenanigans. If they show and tell Omniscience, we just put in Flicker Wisp, flicker it. If they like try to cast Instance in response, we have like another Flicker Wisp too. Curious if I shaped it together what account I was on. I don't know who Minifer is either. If I'm supposed to know, I don't know who anyone is. I did appreciate you using. Thanks. Thank you, Minifer, for letting Static use your account. I'm just gonna wisp this Strix to make sure we're going for lethal now. I guess. Oh, you're not anyone? Okay. Yeah, I didn't know if I was supposed to know who you were. I don't want to like be insulting. Oh, we have like 3 lethal guys. Oh, okay. We're all good now. Alright, I don't know what my opponent was doing. But now they're dead. Cool, I guess. How am I supposed to sideboard if, like, that's how that game played? So if I play against that in paper, what do I assume my opponent is playing? Thoughtseize, Preordained, Baleful Strix are, like, the actual only spells they cast, I think? But they had 3 basic islands. So, like, they're not Grixis. They're blue-black? Crusading Knight? Notably really bad against blue-black Omni. But, like, what? Bring in Chalices and call it a day? Like, do I want Chalices? I guess Chalices against stone blue-black is probably okay, right? They don't have, like, shatters for them. Bring in, like, third Recruiter. Maybe the Relic Warder. No, Relic Warder's bad. Relic Warder's good if they're on Omni, but I don't know they're on Omni. They can. Well, if I know that if I think they're on blue-black, just like some weird blue-black control deck, that I think this is how I sideboard, and like possibly these Cataclysms, probably these Cataclysms. But like knowing they're on Omni, obviously it'd be something like this, and like I guess these Council Judgments are good regardless. They're probably on like Planeswalkers if they're on blue-black. The difference is boarding in Cataclysm and Crusading Knight or boarding in Relic Warder. I think I bring in like these 5 cards regardless. And then my cuts are also way different. I mean, cutting all my plows regardless, though, so that's nice. My cuts aren't that different. I think this is probably fine, regardless of what my opponent is playing. When you're up a game, I can see. Yeah, board the minimum is probably safe. But, like, what combo deck plays Strix? I didn't even know Blue-Black Omnitel, like, played Baleful Strix. Just, like, for creature matchups. He blocks and draws cards. GTA over Revoker? Maybe. Does Rover even do anything in Blue-Black Omni? They have, like, petals? If they're on, like, a blue-black control deck, though, I like GTA, like, can clear out the path for, like, Strix and stuff. Yeah, it's just, like... So I'm trying to, like, put myself in the mindset of, like, I don't know what my opponent's on. Like, I play against this round 1 in a paper tournament. What's my plan? And I think just boarding conservatively and trying to figure out what they're doing. So I think just board like this is probably fine, and then go back to square 1 for game 3. I think that the Pearlman one actually probably got him pretty hard that game. If. Dolly on top. Let's go. Haha. Never didn't have it, chat. I am a wizard. Force my file. Nope. They're looking good. That was all skill, Chylith. That was 100% skill that I willed that Thalia into existence on the top of my deck. Man, Wasteland's really bad against blue-black. Blue-black infinite basics. I think we're just gonna jam the Thalia. Yes, it's 100% skill. I'm offended you would say anything otherwise. I guess jamming Thalia is okay because they like they wouldn't have push up. But like if I was against a control deck, having leveraging Karakas might be decent. But I think I like just jamming Thalia. They did have a brief pause on my Aether Vial though, so maybe I'm supposed to like play around Force. Although again, that's like Moto things versus paper things. Considering forcing this one too. I might just like not be F6ing to feign having counters up or interaction up of some kind. Nope. Force bitching force. Definitely a chance I'm supposed to like play around that by not vialing it in. Or waiting to vial it in. I hope my opponent finds a non-basic. Don't think my opponent has a lot of them, though, so... Hey, non-basic! That's unfortunate. Probably supposed to just file a Mom for F6 value. I have to wait till they're done resolving it before I can F6. I think we're just fucking going beat down. I'm like pretty weak to like X1 sweepers. Man, I'm really hungry. What round is this? 4? 5? 4, I think. Possible was like wait one turn for beatdowns. Just in case something happened. I'm trying to figure out if they can kill me. They have 2 cards in hand. I'd be kind of impressed. They need 3 to kill me, right? Show and Tell, Omniscience, Emrakul. And they need a 3rd land. They go to Limdul's Vault, and they're like thinking about whether or not they want to cast it to like look for something. That's the reason to play black, right? Is discard in Limdul's Vault. Limdul's Vault is like a demonic tutor, except it's not banned. Don't know what we're waiting for. I'd be really concerned if there's a combination of 2 cards that could kill me from here with 2 mana. Vampiric. Oh yeah, not a demonic tutor. Sorry, Vampiric tutor. That's correct. Like stacks the top of your deck. Stacks like more than that because you look at like 5 cards at a time, right? You keep putting them to the bottom for 1 life until you find a stack of 5 cards you like, and then you stop. This card's like pretty sick in these A+B combo decks. Maybe went to the bathroom. I don't know. A lot of things it could be. You also shuffle the rest at the end. Yeah. So you don't like stack your whole deck if you go through the whole thing, right? Limdul's Vault's like a very weirdly worded card. I got nothing else to do. I'm gonna look it up. Limdul's Vault. Good old alliances. Oh, my opponent is disconnected. Alright. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. As many times as you choose, you may pay 1 life and put those cards to the bottom of your library in any order. And look at the top 5 cards of your library. Then shuffle your library and put the last cards you looked at this way on the top of it in any order. Okay. So you shuffle the rest of your deck except for the top 5 cards. Good card to see when you activate a Mind Slipper. That's a good one. It's up there with Spellskite. Even kills them with an odd life total. Oh, they're back. Really want to draw Athalia, Recruiter, something like that. Sanctum Prelate. Do I need to put Prelate on like 3 in this matchup with Moms in play? Can they get cards into play otherwise? Like, can they beat that? They have like Dream Halls in this deck. Baleful Strix. Oh, Ponder, sure. Shuffles. Okay, we're getting in. It is go time. Beat down a clock. Population, Mother of Runes. Fail Strix to fight my shenanigans. Well, we can still attack with one Mom if they play Strix, right? So we can Mom our Mom. Protect it from the Strix. Artisan, they could have like Artisan sideboard. That would make sense. But Artisan can't beat Caracas very well, or like at all. Not very helpful. Oh no, the Limdual's Vault, it's here! I'll sit back, take the second longest card to resolve in the history of Magic. Luckily my opponent seems to be, like, pretty proficient at vaulting. Oh, they're done already, wow. Only took them 15, look at 15 cards. We're probably dead. Show and tell. I'm good. Don't want this Wasteland. Last card, Emrakul? Oh, no, Ponder. Choose not to shuffle. That's probably not very good for me. Alright, Cunning Wish. Yeah, I feel like they can't really beat a Sanctum Prelate on 3 very well. Fireman's Foresight, sure. I want to see if their kills do anything besides just release the ants. Or, like, Emrakul. Like, Limdual's Vault for an Emrakul, they can, and then Brainstorm to draw it, Cunning Wish for something else. I think it's longer than Shahrazad and Thieves Auction. Well, I guess Shahrazad, not very helpful. Longest card that's actually, like, been cast and not EDH. And Charizard can't even be cast in that format, so... Okay, they can just release the ants me. There, you got me there. I was referring to the Goblin Tutor guy, whatever he's called, Goblin Recruiter. But Thieves Auction might take the cake. Like maybe Warp World. Some of those really dumb, expensive red enchantments might take longer to resolve. Goblin Game. Isn't Goblin Game like really easy to resolve? You guys just both choose numbers. Alright, so now we can actually like sideboard cards. Confirmed. They are on Blue-Black Omnitel. Is Surgical worth it? Does this deck play Intuition? Probably not. Surgical's probably not worth it. Also, don't even know if they play Petal. We didn't see a Petal. Those Hallowed Spirit Keeper probably sucks balls against Blue-Black Omni. Most of these cards also suck. You have to this is on the card. Wonder if the Oracle text is still hide things, because I'm pretty sure if you ever cast that in competitive Magic and you call it Judge, the Judge just says like pick some fucking numbers. It says hides item in the card text right there. Cut this Jite. Board in the Revoker again. At least Revoker has power. This Walking Ballista also isn't very good. Flusterstorm with Grip of Chaos in play. Yeah, like maybe it takes longer. Well, I guess the most of the stupid red enchantments like they resolve pretty fast. But there are some stupid red sorceries that do take a long time to resolve, like Thieves Auction, Warp World maybe. One of Goblin Game of Miracles, just like cast it, have to see the look on your opponent's face. I've always wanted to just cast it in competitive Magic. And just like see what your opponent does. Wish to hide emojis. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14, 15. I don't know. What's the text on Goblin Game even? Whoever chooses the least takes that much damage, or loses half their life, right? Something like, I don't fucking know. Whatever, I'm submitting this. The Chaos Trigger is randomly resolved, yeah. Yeah, it's like trying to resolve, There's a card that like targets a random permanent, some like chaos elemental thing that like blows up a random permanent every turn. And it's just really obnoxious to the EDH when there are like 60 other permanents in play. Damn, kinda sucks. Port's really good, Recruiter's really good. I wonder if this is actually fast enough. Just like Vile, Port, eventually recruit like Prelate and Prelate them, because I'm pretty sure Prelate on 3, especially with a Mom in play, is like game over. I'm gonna keep this, why not? If they force this Vile, we're just dead. Guess I'm supposed to play Port there instead. So they don't like fetch under. Now that they won't fetch underground. I guess if they Thoughtseize me, it's very bad for me. Because they just like take this Recruiter out of the guard. Now we're just super up shit creek. But like a lot of our mulligans are also going to be pretty soft to a turn 1 Thoughtseize. So it's not really a good way to assess an opening hand. Drew a white source. Not unreasonable. Kind of just want to draw another Recruiter, though, at this point. What am I naming here? Lotus Petal? Like, I don't know if they even have petals in their deck, but I think it's, like, the only activated ability they would have, right? Lotus Petal seems like a fair game to name. Grizzlebrand. Do they have Grizzlebrands in this deck? I feel like the Cunning Wish version is not going to, Does he have JTMS? God, I don't fucking know. I don't know any of the cards on my opponent's deck. Petal. Oh, Artisan's a good name, because our hand is actually pretty soft to an Artisan. If we don't find like another white source. I kind of don't hate Petal, because we're like porting them and stuff. Yeah, exactly. With our hand, Petal's a pretty easy name. We're also just gonna hit him with this Mom. We don't have anything important to protect, like a Thalia or a Prelate. We just want them to make. We want to make their Limb Duels vaults worse and such. Port their blue. Brainstorm, lock yourself. No more lands. Just nothing. You draw Recruiter, Thalia, Prelate. Second Port would be the draws we're looking for. Flicker Wisp would be okay, because Flicker Wisp in combination with Council's Judgment can try to prevent omniscience. Still dead to like if they have counter spells, but hoping you guys can hear that really annoying bell sound as this cat runs around the floor chasing a ball with a bell in it. If you can't, I apologize. Get a clock going. Lotus Petal. I almost hit no for that one for some reason. It's not like a terrible draw. It's not super good, but my opponent might go for like just Emrakul, in which case we can get him with the Caracas. I don't think I'm gonna play it yet. To incline them more to go for that sort of thing. I think I still want to port the second blue source over their first black source. They don't really need blue or they don't really need black in this matchup, I don't think. Besides Limb Duel as well, which they can just cast right here. It's also a white source. Yeah, so if we want to cast this Council Judgment on something at some point, it's nice. Show and tell. Yeah, it's always show and tell Omni Wish. Yeah, we're probably like dead here because we don't have Flicker Wisp, but we're trying to incentivize them to go for an Emrakul. My opponent has 5 guards and we're probably just dead. Oh, never mind, we got him! All according to plan. Takes forever to sculpt discard encounters. Yeah, that makes sense. That's what the black is for, over like just playing traditional sneak and show. We can't actually play an equipment in this turn. So I'd rather just hit them for 3 Violent Stoneforge. I don't even want to like play and equip the sword in the same turn because I want to keep porting them. So I was doing real well with it. Yeah, I mean, it's like playing a bunch of powerful legacy cards. You can do pretty well with a lot of stuff. Like, if you have a reasonable game plan. Like, Blue-Black Omnitel may not be better than, like, normal Sneak and Show, or maybe it is in some respects, I don't know. But it's still, like, executing a powerful game plan. So you're probably going to do decently well with it. Just, like, playing in random leagues and such. Demir Charm. Look at the top 3 cards of their own library, then put 1 back and the rest in their graveyard. Alright. Sure. Digging for an Omniscience at this point, I would assume? Second Show and Tell, maybe? I feel like they need both of those, right? They might already have a second Show and Tell, though. We really want to find Recruiter or Prelate. Thalia would also not be the worst if my opponent's like has mostly the Cunning Wish kill, but my opponent doesn't have Emrakul in hand already, so they could just Emrakul me. We do have enough permanents to like Council's Judgment it, but then they have an Omniscience in play, and I guess we might have enough permanents to Council's Judgment and Council's Judgment the Omniscience, and then Caracas the Emrakul. I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're 1 off killing them if we draw a land for our sword. We're still 1 off lethal. My opponent's digging like pretty frantically. They kept 1 on top though. Really want to find the Flicker Wisp or a Recruiter or something to buy me time here. Ooh, that is an amazing draw. Oh, man. Now we can set up lethal, right? Because if we attack for 2, they go to 7, and then we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 or something. Yeah. Because we're not attacking with the mom anymore. Now we can put Prelate on 3, and I think we're pretty safe. Unless my opponent just, like, straight up has Damnation in their deck. Maybe I'm supposed to support the black. They can't actually, like, deluge me either. Don't know if they would need, like, triple. I'm gonna port the black, just in case of, like, some weird wrath. They can't Intuition here. Or, like, Cunning Wish, even? Yeah. I think they tried to cast Cunning Wish and then died. That was a close one. We definitely, like, might have lost that game if I had just ran out the Caracas there, notably. We definitely, like, we baited the opponent into show and telling an Emrakul because we didn't look like we had an answer for it. That was pretty decently navigated. I don't even have Blue-Black Omni. I played against Blue-Black Omni like once in my life, but it might have been before the Death Ray ban. There's Blue-Red Omni down here. It's just like straight up Blue-Red. I don't even know. They just have like red for spells. They didn't have sneak attacks or anything. Yeah, it looks like they played against Blueback Omni before Death Right Ban. Uh, 2-1. We won game 1 and 3. Alright, let's go to the last game here, our last match. This doesn't seem right. This. Oh. Wait, hang on, I'm trying to... My match thing doesn't seem to be correct for some reason. Did I miss a loss? No. Maybe at 52 losses? What did I miss? Oh, I'm gonna have to like look at my sheet later. Oh, I have this recorded as a win. Oh, okay, whoops. I recorded the blue-black medallion as a win when it was definitely a loss. Which means we're... Okay, this makes more sense. I missed a loss, not a win. Alright. This hand is dreadfully bad. This hand is also exceptionally slow, but I think on a 6 on the play, it's like good enough. In a lot of fair matchups, this hand is fine. Don't think I want Second Wasteland fine, though. Oh, God. Oh, thank God. Not a... I always get so concerned when I see Basic Forest, and I'm so relieved when they cast a Noble Hierarch. Whew. Just Maverick. Maverick's so much more beatable. Definitely still, definitely a hard-fought matchup still. But Crusader is also an exceptional draw here. We have a lot of good cards in our hand for the Maverick matchup here, so... I mean, like, Palace Jailer, Recruit Wisps. I hope their plan is attack me. Nope, just go to main 2. Nothing. Well, I think we're just gonna run out... I could just Wasteland them instead of running out Crusader, but... Running out Crusader seems okay. But, like, what are they... What is their plan here if they're not gonna cast a 3-drop? What do they have besides, like, removal spells? They feel like they would have jammed a Knight or something. Kind of okay just sitting. They could have, like, Scrib Sprite. Yep. Scrib Ranger, whatever that thing's called. Kind of whatever about that. Recruiter into Stoneforge. That might have been, like, a better play. Cat, what are you doing back there? I hear you. Oh, she's trying to get to her ball. Probably knocked it somewhere she can't. This is, like, pick up Forest, untap Hierarch. Yeah. Play, like, a Knight with a mana up. Knight, leave up Plow. Renegade Rallier. Oh man, they did have a permanent leave the battlefield this turn. Much better for me than a Knight, though, that's for sure. Deal. So cast a 2. I guess, yeah, this play might have been, like, kind of dangerous, because if they shatter this Vial with, like, a recruit, or with a Quasali or something, yeah, I think I'm supposed to recruit Stoneforge for GT. I'm, like, leaning on this Vial pretty hard. Could easily get blown out. Yeah. Cast a Stoneforge, at least. Can choose on whether or not we want to recruit or Crusader this coming turn. Grab a good old GT. Oof, that's a good one. This might just be like Stoneforge lethal. What the? Nissa Vital Force, huh? Does this make the land... It doesn't make them green, right? Yep, they're colorless. Alright, we're getting wailed on. Just attack for 6, that makes sense. I think we just take 6 right now. It's a very good chance this Crusader just dies. They've been like leaving up white for a while here. I think like every turn they've left up white mana. Be pretty surprised if they didn't have Swords of Plowshares. Yep. Ooh, we have a plow now, too. Plow one of their lands. Unless they animate the Crocus. Oh, yeah, if they attack with the Crocus, then. Could also just, like, put in this GJ this turn, so we'll see. They might also just ult this Nissa and just get, like, wrecked by... Make land drop, draw a card. Probably better than the Monarch trigger. Well, they would have ulted the Nissa before playing the land. Yep. Just making a 5/5. My plan is basically just like they don't have another plow. Otherwise, we're pretty hosed. So we're just going to take another 6 here, because we want a GTA equipped a Crusader. The fact that they have 3 cards in hand and it declines to cast anything makes me deeply concerned that we're about to just get completely wrecked. This feels like a second plow. I don't have it yet. They might just like be baiting me into equipping first. I think I'm gonna tick up. Palace Jailer is like one of the only ways we actually do anything here. Palace Jailer a land. But then they just take it with the Scrib Sprite. Fuck. No, we can't take this up yet. We need like Recruit Wisps. Oh, let's hope they don't have another plow. Oh no! Oops, I was not supposed to take that Stoneforge. Fuck. They just like free eat it with that Rallier. It's not free, because I can ping it off post-combat. Oh, they're untapping their 5/5, yeah. This is definitely just like toss my Stoneforge in the Abyss with that, oops. Might still be able to survive this, if they don't have the plow, obviously. If they do, we're just like dead and it didn't matter. Oh yeah, this force is colorless. Fuck, I'm supposed to Flicker Wisp it. I'm an idiot. Well, they're actually just like not even blocking the other thing. Wait, this is like fine, right? We do blow up their land here. Could we just double pump? Yeah. Pump after first strike. Like ping off their Scrib Ranger and their Hierarch. Flicker Wisp their Nissa. Are we like super fine here? Yeah, we're definitely gonna Flicker Wisp their Nissa now, but... Might have actually just, like, won that game there. Huh. This worked out quite well on accident. Just a lot of, like, dumb things that I did on accident, like not remembering that they could untap the forest to make it, and it's colorless, and accidentally attacking with the Mystic, and then them not blocking it. Everything's coming up great, I guess. How much loyalty does Nissa have? 5? Shit. If they, like, can kill this Mirror Crusader, we still can't take it off the table. Might take this vial up to 4 for this Palace Jailer, since they're, like, pretty down on creatures now. If I just Jailer, if I take the Nissa off the table and they don't have, like, another thing here, then Jailer the Renegade Rallier turns the Gaia's Cradle off and they're just dead. Sick! We actually won! That was not a game I thought I was gonna win. Worked out very well. Nice. Alright, so what was my sideboard plan? Council's Judgments, Recruiter, Relic Warder, Paths, cut Prelate, Spirit Keeper, and 4 Thalias. Yeah, that's what I did last time. Good thing we drew both of our Mirror Crusaders and not a Hallowed Spirit Keeper, because Hallowed Spirit Keeper would have been significantly worse there. Alright. Sand's decent. That land block by OP was real weak. Yeah. I don't know what their plan was. Like, my plan wasn't very good, but their plan was even worse than my plan was, so... All's well that ends well, I guess. I wonder if I'm supposed to plow that or play Mom. I think I like just playing Mom. This deck is typically... And we also have Revoker, so... You usually want to save plow for, like, the payoffs. Like, if they play Knight on turn 2, I'd much rather plow that. I think we just try to develop a Mother of Runes. This isn't really a Bolt the Dork matchup when you only have one removal spell, and you also have a Revoker to possibly turn it off in the future. Rude. Plowing my mom. Ooh. Wasteland plus plow's pretty juicy. Oh, well, we're plowing their mom now. Everybody's plowing everybody's mom. This is a not safe for work stream. More man. No, second Hierarch, please. Revoker. Green Sun for 0. Oh, that's a lot more annoying. 1 second Hierarch. Opponent has a lot of mana. And also, I don't think I want to wasteland them very much anymore. Because we kind of need our mana. Multiple moms plowed on stream. Not safe for work. My hand is not really, like, doing a lot, though. I'm at work. Yeah, first and last is Maverick, right? Was Maverick our very first match? No, maybe not. It might have been our second or something. Oh, yeah, I think our first was Death Shadow. But yes, 2 Maverick in this league. I think I like Wastelanding their dry. Wastelanding their Savannah and trying to take them off white's not unreasonable. We beat them in a miraculous game 1 last go. Well, I take them off white plan isn't going very well. We need to revoke this Knight of the Reliquary with their Green Sun. Oh, Ballista on 2. Alright, well, we found the Green Sun. Not the Green Sun. We found the Revoker target. We can also Wisp it. We got a lot of play here. I don't like Wastelanding there. I mean, I don't like hate it because like what are we planning to play on 3? This Flicker Wisp. Walking Ballista. So I assume my opponent's just on Green White Maverick if they're playing Ballista instead of like Zealous. So I like Wastelanding there because our hand is like very mana denial heavy, so we actually could have like if they miss a land drop there, the following turn we can like start revoking Noble, Wastelanding the Dryad Arbor and stuff. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna Flicker Wisp this Ballista to get it off the board. Ooh, that recruiter's pretty nice. I think, like, Plow here is kind of annoying, because they get to kill my Wisp, too. But we can rebuild with a recruiter. Get behind on mana is really punishing. I don't know, they didn't have, like, too many cards in hand. So there's a chance we could, like, strand them. And we're not, like, to the point where we had, like, a bunch of relevant cards to cast, either. I think I'm gonna attack. I'll take this trade. I doubt they have multiple Walking Ballistas in their deck. Yeah, I'll take that trade. Yeah, sure. They have a lot of important... That's fair. The important target later is definitely relevant. I could buy that. By just picking it up. No, they're just letting it die. Alright. Like the Mazavith and stuff. I could buy that. Surprised they didn't pick up the Dried Arbor, though. They really want to get Ballista off the table that badly? They just have, like, second Ballista here? If they're going to cast on 2 this time? You get punished? By assuming they don't have 2 Ballistas in their deck? And that they just have both of them in their hand? This is like a Green Sun for Arbor. Or not Arbor. Green Sun for Knight. It is second Ballista. Yeah, fuck. Fuck me, I guess. Multiple Walking Ballistas. Bone's playing like a really, really weird Maverick build. Main deck Nissa Vital Force, double Walking Ballista. Now it spend like a bunch of turns recruiting slowly for another Flicker Wisp to kill this Ballista. Never mind. Easy every time. Unfortunately, they get to kill this too, but get another Ballista off the table. And now they're out of gas, and we still have a recruiter to rebuild. Start recruiting some Wisps. Maybe recruit a Jailer. Jailer the Scrib. More Hierarchs. That's definitely a clock. Hierarchs also now attack as 2/3s, so the Palace Jailer plan's worse. Kill Canopy. Yeah, maybe I was supposed to. That's fair. I could revoke Hierarch, Wasteland Canopy. That seems pretty decent. They still have like 2 mana with the Scrib Ranger, though. I mean, I can't Wasteland Canopy because they can crack it. Not if I revoke her first. Recruit Stoneforge. That might be the play. I'm going to cast Revoker first, I think, just to see what they do. If they cycle the Horizon Canopy, I don't need to Wasteland them. If they don't, yeah. Oh, there. Wait, no, that's not right. Yep, there you go. Noble Hierarch. I almost want to, like, port this forest, but I really need to, like, find stuff. I could also just, like, recruit Flicker Wisps. I still have, like, 2 in my deck. Stoneforge also is decent here. Could recruit Ballista. It's a little bit slow, though. A lot of pretty good options here. I think a lot of the road lead to Rome. Possibly not all of them, though. Yeah, I'm much more off the Jailer plan now that they have 2 Hierarchs, so they can actually just attack with a Hierarch and I have to, like, trade unprofitably into it. I don't hate Flicker Wisp, I don't hate Ballista, I don't hate Stoneforge. Stoneforge is probably the best play. I think they probably don't have another Dried Arbor to try to blank my attacks. If they hit a Swords, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, Stoneboard is probably fine. Stoneboard is worse if they hit like a Quasali or something though, like right or a Rexage. I guess Quasali is like worse. Well, they can't even cast a Quasali. They need White Source now. Oh man. So much for the mana denial plan. But they still can get white unless they get a Savannah, and then I can just Wasteland it. Or not really, they have a Scrib Sprite. I always Wasteland this maze. Oh yeah, I gotta Wasteland this maze to make my equipment worth it, so. Well, we do more Wastelands, so. I think I'm just double porting here, right? I'm not even, like, Wastelanding? Because I'm not playing the sword, I'm not playing the equipment because I can't connect right now because I have the maze. And if I play out the Jite, I get one less port, and also I get wrecked by like a Rexage. We go to 7, but then we should be able to get the Jite online. Attacks here are pretty free. I'm a little scared though. I don't know what I want. I don't want to lose like something stupid. I might. Jite destroy board. Yeah. Next turn at least. Alright. Can't do that this turn because they can like maze whatever I equip to. Need to like port or wasteland that maze first. So now I have access to 2 mana max. I'm 3 mana now. Luckily I have like 4 answers to a Mazavith, so. As long as I don't have like Knight of the Reliquary here. Oh, they couldn't because they played Wasteland for turn. Well, that's a good draw too. These are all decent things that are happening. Which is my least relevant creature? Probably the Recruiter. I don't want to get wrecked by like another second Dried Arbor doesn't wreck me. We have like Wasteland. Maybe I'm supposed to leave a double waste. No, I only need single because they go Wasteland. I'm like, thinking's hard. Equip Stoneforge is probably the best idea. Tapping the Caracas and the Rashadan port. Then they have a plow. We also have a plow for their Scrib Sprite, so it's not a huge deal if they do end up using the plow here. Oh, they have a path, alright. No, I don't want to plow. I don't want to plow yet. I want them to attack first. Plow with the triggers on the stack. I can't Wasteland it, though, because they have the Scrib Sprite in play. But they're on no cards in hand right now, so shouldn't be like too much of an issue. Don't let them have 3 mana. Or just like take the 2. They can always have 3 mana unless I like have to unless I Wasteland their Wasteland here. Well, they just let it die. All right. Yeah. But I mean, if they don't want to pick up the Savannah, that's fine with me. They can attack for 2. I go to 5. Like, we're not dead. Yeah, they just lose. Sick. Got him good. Taking home the old 4-1. What was that? Was that last one 2-0? Yes, it was. Maverick's definitely getting up there in like the decks I've played against the most online right now. I wonder if I should be differentiating Maverick versus like Maverick with the black splash. It's probably something that I should be noting in my chart. But we're now 66.24% win rate. Lee J leading the board. Yeah, three trophies. I mean, combo decks are definitely gonna like lead the board. It's easy to jam leagues with those. Also, I don't think Landon has been online very much with his like 0 trophies so far. Anyway, I want to organize my spreadsheet just so I can see what the most played against decks are before we call it here. Sort range, column B, seed A, sort. There we go. Landon will be back to slate play. Yeah, exactly. Landon will be, by the time I stream again on like Monday, Landon will have like 17 trophies. Anyway, D&T is the highest still at 9 matches. Red Black Reanimator and Grixis Controller are at 8 apiece. Maverick's at 7. Dredge is at 6 for some stupid reason. So those are Blue Black Death Shadow. Ants at 5. Red Prison's at 5. Lands at 5. Miracles at 5. Grixis Delver at 5. Burn at 5. And 4-color Loam at 5. Then on 4, Rug Delver, Elves, Eldrazi Stompy, 5-color Humans. 3, Show and Tell, Test, Blue-White Stoneblade, and then drops off into like 2s and 1s there. That seems like fairly accurate, except for like the random Spike and Dredge players. Maverick, I think, is a little bit overrepresented in terms of how it's been performing recently. But I mean, if D&D is good, Maverick's probably pretty good. They're pretty similar decks. Maverick gives you access to choke versus Miracles and Grixis. Anyway, so let's do some assessments of my sideboarding decision. So we boarded in Crusading Knight once, and we never drew it. And then we boarded out Hallowed Spirit Keeper 4 times, right? Maverick, Omni, and Blue-White Medallion. Yeah, Maverick fights Grixis better, Miracles worse. That makes sense. Because their threats are all sorcery speed and not nearly as resilient versus the like 900 Terminus deck and stuff. So it makes sense. But anyway, so the Crusading Knight did nothing, got boarded once. The Hallowed Spirit Keeper should have actually, in my defense, like the Hallowed Spirit Keeper could have actually won me that first game against Maverick. Like the first match that we played, game 1. If I wasn't an idiot and like didn't see the one opportunity I had to make a spirit with it or deal them 3, both of which could have possibly been lethal, and I think were lethal at the end there. But Hell's Spirit Creeper was not very good, especially in the main. We didn't play it against a single deck it was good against, but again, this is like very small sample size of a single league, and we also played against Blue Black Omni, so like how representative of the metagame can that league? We also played against like Blue White Medallion, so not nearly enough data to conclude anything other than being quite niche. Yes, that is basically it, and I fully admit that before we even like started playing a single match is that both Hallowed Spirit Keeper and Crusading Knight have a very narrow margin of decks they're good against. And like that is a decision that I've actively made in playing them. Notably, there was there were several points where like I had Mirror Crusader and it was way better than Hallowed Spirit Keeper was, and I had a Hallowed Spirit Keeper and it was like never better than Mirror Crusader. But we also never played against Grixis or any Delver deck or anything like that. So I think Delver is probably going to be like overrepresented in terms of like a larger but not like SCG GP level legacy event, especially in day 1, because if you play Delver, you're probably not going to stop playing Delver just because it's like not the best deck. Like a lot of Grixis Delver players, whatever, are probably going to still be playing Grixis Delver. So I think at like a 200-person win 40 duels, whatever, in next week, I think there'll still be plenty of Delvers, plenty of Miracles, that sort of stuff. People aren't going to be like making decisions based on the metagame nearly as much as they do online. So it's definitely relevant to like prep for those specific matchups, like to be aware of those specific matchups, even if they're not large swaths of the online metagame. Anyhow, that is going to wrap up our stream today, because I'm still under mandatory overtime, so I have to work tomorrow. So I want at least a little bit of free time over the weekend. So who are we hosting? Who's playing Legacy right now? Me, some guy testing for Columbus, and some guy saying Legacy forever with a lot of exclamation marks. Who's the guy testing for Columbus? What's he playing? C. Newman. Playing Grixis control. Ugh. Who's the other guy playing? Looks just like Sneak and Show. Oh, Grixis control guy. C. Newman. Anyhow, let me find the host button and stuff. There we go. All right, so that's going to end the stream today. Thanks everybody for hanging out. If you enjoyed the content, you want to see more, you hit the follow button. Totally free. Helps know when I'm going live. All that good stuff. Supports the channel. Other than that, you can subscribe and or donate. Subscriptions get you a sweet Thraben sub badge and a sweet dolly emote. Donations, I'd be more than happy to play a Death and Taxes League with a list that you want to see run. If you want to see like certain tech cards or color splashes and stuff, just let me know. You can also subscribe on YouTube or follow me on Twitter. YouTube is where I post all of my streams after they're done being live. So this one and like millions like it will all be on YouTube if you want to see a bunch of Death Attacks content there. Twitter is just where I post when I'm going live and general MTG related content. Anyhow, it's going to end it for today. Thank you everybody for coming and hanging out. Go say hi to C. Newman for me.